Oh my god! Oh, my throat! Holy shit! Jesus! Wait, redo! Hold on! Oh my god! You put a little bit of fucking horseradish on your toast and suddenly your throat just explodes. Holy shit! Hello, everybody! Hope you're having a nice night. Happy Saturday, and welcome to the stream. Chat, today we are going to be enjoying a lovely stream to ourselves where we're going to be playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's fucking go! I'm so excited. We finally get to play a video game. I even stocked up on a ton of fucking food, guys. I stocked up on so much food. I made sure the fridge was absolutely just full of all the goodies that you could ever want. Cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, all the best snacks that you could ever ask for while gaming. Maybe some chips, you know, but those are dad's food. Okay, no, none of you get to have any of that. All right, that's all adult food. You know, all the Doritos and everything. That's for dad. You guys can have the cucumbers and everything else. All right, that's for you guys. I did get chicken nuggets, but they're in the freezer. You're gonna have to wait for them to de-thaw. Okay, we can't microwave those. It's not gonna taste that good. You're gonna have to wait for that. All right. And trust me, you just have to wait. We'll get it soon. But the point is, hey, focus. I stocked up the food full of fridge. We're going to be having a game night tonight, homies. We're going to be playing Monster Hunter. We're going to be eating food all day. It's going to be a good time. I'm so excited. Let's just get into it. Come on. Let's get into the mansion. Let's get into it. Disclaimer: during Porcelain Parlor collabs, sometimes I have a hard time reading everything in chat, so your donations, raids, bits, and all your nice messages and tips might get lost, but I love you nonetheless, and I appreciate it. Let's go! Yippee! Dude, I'm so hype. Oh my god. So you guys stay right here. I'm gonna go see if we can find anything in the fridge, okay? I think... You know what? I feel like starting with some cucumbers and then maybe you know what? I'm feeling nice. I'll get you guys your chicken nuggets too. How about that? Let me go check, all right? It'll be a great time. What the fuck? Chat! Did you guys open the fridge when I was gone? Where's all the food? Guys! What did you do? You even eat the carrot! You don't eat carrots? Wait a minute, hold on. This can't be you guys. You guys don't eat vegetables. Who took my food? Everything is gone! Everything is gone! I know this can't be you guys. You guys don't eat veggies. Who took the food? Hey, if you know something, spit it out right now. Which one of you did it? This has been happening for a while now where I just suddenly miss food. And I know it's not you guys, again, because you never eat your veggies. So somebody's been stealing my food in this house. Somebody. I said somebody's been stealing. Did you guys hear that? Wait, chat, shut up. Stop yapping, chat. I think I hear something. What is that noise? That's coming from the walls. What is this?
What's up, Joel?
Mata, are you in my walls?
No, that's not me. That's another cockroach VTuber. We're a dime a dozen.
I can hear you. You're literally talking to me.
Your walls smell like formaldehyde.
Okay, well, it's formaldehyde. Are you?
I'm ESL.
Mata, come onto the screen.
You really,
Mata,
get one second. One second. I'm not done with the bit.
Move into. Okay, go ahead.
Your house is so damn cold, Joel. I had to go and put the house was at 17 degrees.
Does that mean you are here?
The house was at 17 degrees, Joel. How do you live like this?
I don't have internal organs. I don't need. I'm not
17
worried about it.
Celsius to F. The house was at 62 Fahrenheit, you guys.
It's actually at 67. Thanks.
Hi. I'm so sorry. I actually told you that I need to BRB to get coffee and put my heating up.
Oh, I didn't even look.
And then I look at chat and everyone's like, Matara, no!
No, it's okay. It's okay. Just go with the bitch. Just go with it. Are you in here? I can hear you in the walls somewhere. Ma'am?
No. No.
Are you? Where are you?
I'm not here.
I can. Now I hear buzzing.
I'm living my best life.
What are you, a fly? Since when do cockroaches fly? Or am I just privileged not to know that fact? Maybe that is a privilege thing. All right, you know what? I'm breaking into the room.
No,
oh my
please.
God.
It's your own walls. Don't do this, Joel.
It's fine. The house is already broken down enough. What are you doing here? Why is all my food on the floor? You ate everything.
Well, your food kind of sucks. Where are all the veggies? Where are all the like?
You ate all the veggies. Clearly, all I got was cucumbers, carrots, and then a bunch of junk.
Where's all the Halloween candy, Joel?
Oh, I gave that out to the kids. My kids,
Why didn't
specifically
you save
my
some
chat.
for me?
I didn't know you were living in my walls. I'm sorry, Mata.
The economy's rough, okay, Joel. I do what I can to get by.
Do you even pay for rent?
Of course not. Why would I pay for rent in this shithole?
What?
That you live in.
I didn't need to hear that. That was so rude.
Yeah.
I worked so hard on my lovely house. Do you see the mold on the walls? Is that not like that's a feature? Some people would pay for that.
It smelled really good. I like the smell of mold.
See? Mm-hmm. And now you call it a shithole.
Well, it's kind of a shithole, you know?
It's not that bad.
It's our shithole. We live here, Joel, except only you pay the rent.
I did not. I just found out about a roommate that I never knew I had today, eating my food when I wasn't looking. I've been blaming my chat this entire time. I thought they were stealing my food.
Well, wait. Were they stealing your food?
Yes. They just weren't eating the veggies.
See, and I was eating the veggies.
That doesn't make a whole meal.
Veggies are a good start to a nutritious meal.
Yes, I love it. I'm so happy that my chat is stealing the junk food while MataraKan from VShojo is inside my walls stealing the veggies from my fridge.
Listen, VShojo ain't what it used to be, right? Now I have to live in your house. So yeah, it's clearly, it's not paying me well enough.
She says
gotta live
on
in your walls.
Day 36 of her subathon.
Yeah, it's rough out here. The economy, Joel, the economy. I just came back from a trip to LA. It's rough out here.
Oh my God. Okay. You know what? Let's get this peasant woman out of the walls inside of the actual mansion. Come here. Come with me this way.
Hi. Oh. Am I going the right way?
To the left.
To the left? To your left or to my left?
The screen's left.
This way?
Yes.
This way?
Yeah. No. Come on. Keep going. Come on. Don't be scared. This way. This way. We have snacks. Veggies. Yep.
I'm having veggies.
No, almost there. Almost there. To the left. Come on. Nope. Stop dancing. Left.
Are you sure I'm going to the right left?
You're going the right way. I'm telling you, you're going the right way.
Why is your screen so long?
What do you mean? It's 1920 by 1080. It's the normal screen size.
Okay. I'm getting out.
All right, you can stop the RP. We're here.
No more role playing.
Okay,
no
there
more
we go.
Unbuttons your shirt and nuzzle wuzzles your neck. Hi.
Welcome to Porcelain Parlor, MataraKan. You're finally in. We waited, I think, 9 months for this too.
Oh no! I had to cancel one time because I got a collab happening.
Well, no, not that one in general. I mean, we talked about this like when you first debuted, or like a month after you debuted. Yes,
but I am a little ESL, and I misunderstood when you were like, Matara, it's a date stream. I was like,
I don't think I said that.
No.
Oh,
no,
was this back when it was still called date night? I don't think it was called date night.
So it was something like that. I was like, I'm not going on any dates with anybody. Sorry, buddy.
No. It was I changed the name to Porcelain. Was it because it was a one-on-one stream?
I think so. I think because it was a one-on-one stream, and I was like, that's too intimate. I need to know you better. It's too intimate. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's okay. Well, we've been planning this for a while, having you on, and then you had your own projects that you had to do, which were really cool. And I'm happy that you're here. It's been cursed. So
yeah, you want to tell the audience about how it's been so cursed for you? And we almost had it cursed because I also misunderstood.
This is the first Porcelain Parlor collab I've had in like 6 to 9 weeks. And the reasoning is that I have been randomly cursed by I don't know who. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I got cursed in a Costco parking lot because I took somebody else's food. But
you didn't return the shopping cart.
I did not. I did return the shopping cart. I worked minimum wage once. I know how it feels. But for the last 9 weeks, we have had so many different no-shows. Every single Saturday has been scheduled to have a Porcelain Parlor. But for the last 9 weeks, I repeat, we have had, and I will go in order. Somebody had a plane flight that got delayed. Then somebody got sick. Another person had a friend's birthday party come up. Another person's internet died. Another person's computer exploded, and that is not an exaggeration. Their computer did explode. Another person almost had their flight delayed. One person got sick on the day of for only that day and then got better the next day. Fuck you, Giga. And then the next person immediately left me for Minecraft. One other person got a really cool celebrity collab, which was understandable. Understandable.
It was me.
And then another person rescheduled twice on me because they had 2 different flights at a convention.
That wasn't me. I only had one different flight, but we didn't have to reschedule, right?
Yes, you're fine.
Okay. So I misunderstood because since my flight got delayed, for some reason in my mind, this was on Friday, but on my calendar, it was on Saturday. So yesterday I messaged you panicked, like, oh my God, Joel, we're going to have to delay. And then today I look and I'm like, wait, oh no, it's on Saturday. We're good.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
great for this time. Don't even sweat it.
Almost freaked me. You scared the shit out of me. I got so terrified of whatever was going on.
I like it. Well, I'm here now. That's all that matters, Joel.
Yeah,
you did it.
You're yes. The fact that I have anybody on right now is the best thing ever in my life.
You broke the curse. How does it feel?
It's been like months, Mata. I was starting to think that all my friends hated me, or like that somebody was out to get me. It felt like
Honestly,
somebody was out to get me.
I don't blame you for that one. Obviously, it's all not on purpose, but I feel like me too. If this kept happening to me, I think, does everybody hate me? What's going on?
Is it me? Am I the issue? Am I the problem?
Am I the problem? Yup. I would have definitely thought so.
It was starting to feel like that. It was like just constantly within a row. I gave up rescheduling stuff. I like actually stopped rescheduling after a while because I was just like, this is not gonna happen. I can't tell if it's gonna happen. But now that you're here, that means the next couple of weeks nobody's rescheduling on me.
Yep. I'm back. I gave you the good juju. Good juju.
Yep. If Giga doesn't come in the next week, then she actually just hates me. Then that one's actually a personal attack on me.
Ooh.
That one's on her. But if this proves that my friends actually don't hate me and the curse has been broken.
Yeah.
So anyone after this is actually just a personal attack on my personage.
But also, just to bring back on like the first thing, honestly, when you did first invite me, I didn't really know you that well, and it was a one-on-one stream, and I was like, listen, I just want to get to know people better first. But now I'm shocked we didn't do this earlier because now I feel like we've collabed a lot.
I waited. I didn't want to do it again until you were. I was like 100% sure you were comfortable with it.
Well, you have to kind of realize too. I came into a new environment with a bunch of people I didn't know, and everybody wants to be my pal, which is really fun and exciting, but it kind of makes me think like, I'll just give it a moment. And I've talked about it before on stream. The best way to know if people's intentions are true is just to give them a little bit of a time.
Yeah, I think I normally, if somebody wants to get to know me better, and I normally do the same thing for the most part, if I bring somebody on, I have to be sure that I know that they're cool and I can have a nice like friendship with them. So I normally will deny people until I hang out with them more. So it's totally fine. The reason I went for you is because I thought it'd be an interesting way to like get to know you rather than.
Of course.
And then I didn't really need to do that because then I just spent 9 hours of day in your chat sitting there listening to you yap.
Then you just yap, and then we go for dinner with a bunch of other streamers, and then we hang out at cons, and then hardy.
And now you're here. To be fair, what was our first one? We had our first collab was like I think 3 months or something, or 4 months or whatever after you debuted, and it was Helldivers. No, it was content warning, and it was
wasn't
really.
It Helldivers though?
It was content warning and then Helldivers because we both hated content warning so much.
Yeah, it was like not moving as much.
It was not a good game. It's not the best. And now you're playing the #1 all-time game of anything, Monster Hunter. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I was struggling a little bit, but now I feel like I'm getting some of the combos down more. What's your weapon of choice?
Oh, I mean, it differs per game, and I try to use like all weapons, but my main weapons normally are like Insect Glaive, long sword. I've been using Lance a lot lately.
Tell me what you like about the Insect Glaive.
Well, what I did like about the Insect Glaive in the previous game was that you could bounce around like a little fucking freak and just kind of stay in the air. It didn't do good damage. It was not good for damage, but it was really fun to do. And if anyone is like, Joel's stupid for that, the new Insect Glaive is great. I don't care. It was more fun to bounce around in the air than just to do higher damage. That's lame.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, and so the new game basically that you can still bounce around, but you can't like stay in the air for as long. So you kind of just go up and go down. But I haven't tried out Wilds enough. But I really like Insect Glaive. It's cute. You get a little bug, you know. He perches on your hand, and you can tell him to go attack stuff. It's cute. He doesn't really do much though. Outside of that, he's just kind of like pretty.
Bow, and I already really like it, but I might try the other guns. Like there's another gun, like I think it's like the light rail gun or something, and then there's one where people keep saying gun lance. Yeah, I want to try that.
You might like Lance because I heard you talking about liking spears, which is a great weapon pick in general.
But I don't want to shield. I kind of want to like attack and evade, you know?
Like a lance without a shield?
Yeah, basically.
Honestly, you might like Insect Glaive.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
Nothing has like, no weapon has like super long range. A lot of them are kind of similar unless they're a ranged weapon. All of it's fun though. I would just try out all the weapons and see what you like about each one. I've been playing this game since I was like a kid, dude. This is like, this was my #1 game. I didn't know, actually. There's a little story about this. I used to play Monster Hunter when I was younger on my PSP. I played a game called Monster Hunter Freedom Unite.
Okay, there we go.
Freedom Unite on the PSP. And when I was a kid, I didn't know that they made other Monster Hunter games. So I had 5,000 hours in the Freedom Unite one because back then, you know, I didn't have access to the internet. My sibling was, you know, hogging the computer to play RuneScape all day.
Of course.
So every time I went to GameStop, I didn't know that there were new Monster Hunter games because after Freedom Unite, apparently everything was on the DS. So I would always look in the PSP section to find another Monster Hunter game. Nothing was ever there. So I just assumed Freedom Unite was the only Monster Hunter game that ever existed besides the older ones.
Okay.
So I would only play that for years.
I get that.
Yeah. I kind of miss those days where like you didn't have the internet to look stuff up. So you just like
you just
find treasure all the time. And you're like, this is amazing. This is a brand new perspective on the world.
Yep.
I still wish for that
Those
sometimes.
are the good old days.
I don't want to be a boomer when I'm like young. I'm a very young person. I'm not a hag.
I still kind of remember the first time that I realized that you could Google like what is it called? The walkthrough of like video game. I remember thinking, wait a minute, you mean I can just like look up the walkthrough of the video game? Like, huh? Yeah. When it actually connected that like, oh, I can do that. Ugh.
Well, I'm happy that I normally don't look through walkthroughs unless the game sucks.
No, me neither.
At this point, if I look at a walkthrough, that means the game is bad. Like that means the game is not enjoyable to me enough that I like can do it on my own. But I really like when the games don't have walkthroughs and you kind of just have to kind of figure it out. Like, I don't want games to get extensive coverage anymore. Like, I don't want games to have like super extensive guides. And if they do, honestly, I want it behind like a wall that I have to work around. Like, I want it to push back against me so I don't have an easy access route to just getting everything done quickly.
I just remember, for example, in Secret of Mana, sometimes the door would be kind of behind the staircase and you just didn't realize that the door was there.
Yeah.
It would like, there's a few games like that. Like I think old Golden Sun and stuff like that, where the door would be in there, but you just kind of didn't understand that the door's there.
Or like playground rumors. Like where you
I don't know
would
what
hear,
that is.
oh my gosh. Have you ever heard, let's switch sides too, because you're looking to where you, well, okay, on my screen. There we go. There we go. Now, whenever I look at you, I'm actually looking at you. Playground, scary. The playground rumors were kind of like, so if you played Pokemon back in the day, they would talk about how you could find, you know, the legendary Mew under a truck, stuff like that. Or like if you press this button in the certain button code combination, you get like a $3,000.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I remember those, the good old days.
The good old days. I remember the good old days. Man, this maybe does make me sound older. I'm not even old. Again, I'm not an old person. I have to emphasize this every time I talk about these kinds of things. The fact that I just really, really enjoy stuff like that. And I watched a video recently by Eddie Burbeck that was like, you know, the rise of video rentals and then the fall of video rentals. And it made me start thinking about like Blockbuster again and how much I want to go to a Blockbuster video.
There are so many games that I would rent for a week or two, and then I would just never finish the game because I maybe didn't have enough time. But then I would also not remember their name because I would just rent a game that looked cool, right?
Yes. Yeah. And you would have fun being able to experience everything like that now too. And now it's like, I don't know. There's no whimsy behind it. I need whimsy, Matara.
I need some fucking whimsy, Matara. Come on, girl.
I need whimsy in my adult life, and I feel like there is none. What do I do for whimsy nowadays? How do I get that whimsical feeling?
Wait, are you not playing any games? Like no whimsy at all?
No. I'm enjoying games. I think there are a lot of great games that have come out, you know, in this day and age. But I miss the whimsy of not knowing anything. I like you learning things and experiencing them for yourself. Like the only way to get that whimsy nowadays is to play the game day one when it comes out, right? So like when I first played, you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. Why?
Oh, it's because you moved me on your screen. Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna control you. I'm gonna control you. No, it's fine.
I'm moving you where I want you to be.
I'm gonna puppeteer you. Hold on.
Puppeteer me.
I'm puppeteering you so you actually fit with my screen. No, don't say that. You're gonna make it sound. I'm not abusive. I'm just moving her. Can you believe this? The gaslighters. Anyways, like you can still get whimsy, right? So when Breath of the Wild first came out, right? I think almost 5-6 years ago now, which is insane to think about. But when that game came out, there was nothing about the game. There was no guides or anything about the game. And I would play it on my own. I didn't look anything up. And I just went through the game. And I distinctly remember a very whimsical moment where in the game, I was just kind of playing with my friend behind me, one of my IRL friends before he got married and I stopped seeing him. And I found this thing called a Lionel. But I didn't know what a Lionel's name. I didn't know what a Lionel was. I've never heard of it before. I didn't know anything about Zelda. So when I found it, I was like, did I just stumble on a mini boss? What is this thing? Because I just started the game. And that was a really whimsical moment because I had no idea how to beat it. And I was just throwing my head at it. And it was a really fun time to try to figure that out. And when I tried to look it up online, nothing came up on Google. Weird boss in this area of the map. Nothing. And it made me really happy.
How? Was the game just that big?
It was day one. Like it was just day one, and nobody was talking about it. And I didn't have the name for the monster because they didn't tell me the name because I had to kill it to find out what name it had.
That's so interesting.
And it was a really
I still have yet
time.
to play it. That's why I'm like, huh.
Well, if you haven't heard anything about it, I don't know if you've like watched other people play it or have knowledge on it.
I know kind of how it works. Yeah, I've seen it.
But it's that kind of whimsy that I kind of wish for sometimes. And I feel like as much as I like, you know, my job is being on the internet, so I can't complain too much. I'm thankful for this position. But I really do kind of hate seeing walkthroughs all the time because I can't stop myself from clicking on them occasionally or getting spoiled.
I don't know who's putting these drugs on my table. I can't stop snorting them.
It's a real cause. I have to do that. That's literally exactly what I say to my mom when she brings over food to me. And I'm like, I have my own food, please. Please, I'm going to eat this and I won't stop myself.
I'm partly on your camp, but then I'm not, because for example, games like Inscription, games like somebody brought it up, Outer Wilds and stuff like that. It's nice to experience them with the community, but at the same time, there is something so magical about experiencing them by yourself. But then when it comes to the sense of whimsy, I feel it right when I play Factorio and I figure out how Factorio works. I felt it today when I was playing Outer Wilds. Monster Hunter for the first time.
Maybe I'm more game pilled because I've done too much.
But I mean, it was the same thing. Like, I remember figuring out combos in Disgaea and taking forever to like figure out that I can fast level in the item world, right? Where I could just figure out, oh, I don't have to kill every monster. I can just kind of go through the item world. I think I've just done so much of that trial and error having been young that now I kind of like to get to that part of the game where the game is just opens up. I do think it just depends from person to person to person to person, right?
Yeah, I mean, I that's kind of why I chase puzzle games now, because a lot of the whimsy that I get is from that. I keep using that word, but in Inscription too, like when I was playing through Inscription, it did give me whimsy to like find out the game mechanics and figure out the little puzzles they have in the area. Little secrets on, I don't even remember, I don't think I got all the secrets from Inscription. And it's just
there's
fun.
So many, right?
Maybe that's why I kind of like those semi ARG games like Inscription, where it's kind of like you can look up stuff about it, but it's still kind of encrypted, so you figure it out yourself.
You don't have to look up anything. You just look up at your chat and suddenly they tell you everything.
You know what? I actually am one of the people that doesn't mind backseating. Oh my God, I think
really?
I just died. Well, sometimes when I play a game, I will ask for backseating and then nobody does it. They'll say like no help. But and it's like, I am now asking for it, and why do you guys backseat everyone else? But when I ask for it, suddenly it's not a cool thing.
Nothing. Yep.
Little bastards. They just like that. They just like doing that to streamers. I don't know. Most of the time, it doesn't bother me because I can just ignore it if somebody's backseating me. If I'm getting angry or frustrated, then I can just, kill them. And then, that's not a problem.
I'm thinking, I think it just really depends on what game. There are games, like for me, puzzle games. I hate that if I walk into a room and I don't solve the puzzle right away, people are instantly giving me help. I'm like, let me at least like get into it a little bit, right? Like,
I can understand that, yeah. If they're doing it immediately, you don't even get a chance to think about it yourself. And then you do it, and then they're like, oh, it's because I helped you, isn't it? And it's like, no, I came up with the solution myself. You did nothing.
I don't know. When it comes to games, though, I really just enjoy experiencing it with the stream. That's definitely something that I feel, maybe because I don't have siblings. Growing up, nobody got to experience games with me. And like once I got a DS and then a Game Boy Color, then kind of in school a little bit, but definitely I think being able to experience games with the stream has been something I've never got. So that's why maybe for me, I have the whimsy still with it. But if you have siblings, you kind of get that whimsy earlier.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, my sibling is way older than me, so I didn't really get that chance. And I'm on the same camp where I need to do everything with stream because I love having a community. I love being with them, and I don't like playing games without them. Because if I play a game and I'm experiencing joy and there's no chat next to me doing the little emotes and dancing along like little freaks, it's not as exciting. I mean, the reason I started Twitch streaming was just to have a sense of community in the first place. Because I don't know if you know this, but I started YouTube like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, you said it. You were like such a little youth. Yeah.
I never got any comments, and because I never got any comments, I was like, I hate YouTube. Yeah, I want a community. That's why I switched over to Twitch, because I could get comments in the real time. And now these little bastards don't pay their fucking rent and eat my food all the time. Just like another bug that lives in my walls.
Whoa. I'm sensing a little bit of hostility. I'm sensing a little bit of aggression.
No,
why are we being so
hostile?
Why are we being so hostile and aggressive today, Joel? The day is good. I know like 8 people bailed on you, but I'm here now. Let's appreciate the moment. Come on, baby.
I know, like, everyone left you, but, you know, it's fine. We're here.
But I'm here now, you know?
I'm here,
Let's
and once you run out of
rejoice.
food, that's when I'll probably leave. But I'm here
Yeah.
for now.
Once I'm done with the food, I'm out of here. But for now, let's rejoice that I'm here. What have you been up to? What games have you been playing? What have you been doing since TwitchCon, since I last saw you?
Well, for the most part, I've been doing a lot of horror games just to get that out of the way. I've been playing a lot of different indie horror games since I came back. And one of my
Any
favorite
really good
ones, yes, one of my favorite ones was Mouthwashing that I played recently.
Oh, I
And you
heard
might
good
have
stuff
heard
about
of
it.
Yeah, you might have heard of it. It has been all over the place. It is one of my favorite horror games that I've played in a while. It was very short, which made the stream very memorable because it was only around 3 to 4 hours. So you could do it in one day, and you could put up the
Without
VOD, and it would
spoiling
be
the
amazing.
game,
Mhm.
what do you recommend? Like, sell
do I
the game
like
to me
about it?
without spoiling it. Yeah.
Mouthwashing is one of those games where you kind of experience the humanity of the characters. It's not a fantastical like situation. It's not some crazy adventure. It's just humanity. It's just like humans at their lowest. And it's a very fascinating thing to read about. And there's no villains, there's no evildoers in the scenario. It's just pathetic human beings that do constantly either make bad decisions or it's a lot. It's really good.
Okay.
I really like
Do you
it.
think I would like it, even though I get scared very easily?
It's not a scary game. I don't think it's a scary game. It's like a very depressing it's a very depressing game. It can be frustrating too, but it's not because of the gameplay, it's because of the humanity, it's because of the characters. I would play it. I would play it. It's really good. But I played that one.
It's a disturbing game. Oh, I see.
There's some trigger warnings in it, but they're very subtle.
Okay.
My chat's getting mad at me because I said there's no villains. They're not twirling their fucking mustache, guys. Oh my. Anyways, I played that. I played a really silly one on the opposite spectrum of Mouthwashing. I played one called Zoocosis.
Oh my god.
That one is it's like an animal handling horror game. And it was really not good. It was really funny, and but it was like cartoon cheesy horror game. I would definitely play that too.
That sounds fun. More of the cartoon cheesy one. That's fun.
It's really fun. It's really janky. You play as like a guy handling animals. And this isn't a spoiler because it was literally the trailer. You play as a zookeeper. That's the word I was looking for. You play as a zookeeper, and the animals are fucked up, and it's really buggy, and it's really funny.
Would you say it's kind of like Lobotomy Corp then? Would anybody be able to confirm or deny that?
I don't,
because you're also handling stuff in lobotomy.
No, I would not dare compare Zoocosis to the godly game of Lobotomy Corporation.
Well, I mean, like, you do handle stuff in Lobotomy Corp.
It's a first-person game. You play in first person, and you take care of the animals, and then you move on to another section. So it's like section complete, done. You never go back to those animals. But a lot of those games have been really good. Obviously, I play a lot of Monster Hunter, and I've experienced another really cozy game called Tiny Glade, where it's just a little creative game where you build houses. That one's really cute.
Who told me about Tiny? Oh wait, was it Amelie who told me about Tiny Glade? Maybe.
I don't think she's played it yet.
I know somebody was talking about Tiny Glade, and they were really, really into it.
Type of game, though. But no, I don't think she's played it. Yeah. But yeah, those games, and I found a gardening game that was like half horror, and then obviously Monster Hunter, as always, my favorite game of all time. You might like Observation Duty if you want like a little game to play with your chat.
I heard good stuff about that one too. Yeah.
Where's Waldo horror game? It's fun to do. I love doing it with my chat where I just randomly will pull it up. After a long stream, maybe 8 hours of playing some random other game. It's just like, all right, guys, we're doing Observation Duty, and it lets everyone play it. Oh yeah, Fear the Spotlight.
Oh, they get
another
to
good horror
observe
game.
with you? That's fun.
Well, yeah, because it's literally a game meant for you to have your chat backseating, because you're looking at a screen, right? And then basically on the screen, you're like, all right, what's wrong with this image? So chat will yell at you, and you'll try to find it too.
That sounds fun.
You should try it. It's a good game. Good game recommendations. What have you been doing? I mean, you've had a subathon for the last like couple of weeks, so I assume you've been doing a lot of different interesting things to keep it fresh.
Yeah, I think mostly we played a lot of Factorio. and we played a lot
I
of
love
the
that.
trading card game, and then we played it with the Vishojo mod. I had quite a lot of collabs. Honestly, my brain is just kind of out of it. Oh, by the way, thank you for the gifted, Mr. Bite. Are we also spoiling PorcelainMaid? I think you were about to get a hype train.
He works for me.
Hold on.
It's fine.
He funds Evil Momo.
He's
the reason Evil Momo has funding.
Bite, well, not only that, but Bite also is the one who's programming partly. MataraKan, thank you for the gifted
you
sub.
are about to
Wow.
have a golden kappa, by the way.
I don't know what golden kappa hype train even. It's it just makes the kappa
never
even golden.
had one.
No, I've had one before. I just never paid attention to it. Golden kappa
All right, everybody,
hype train.
you know
Woo,
what to do.
Yippee! But Mr. Bite's working on he's programming a mini game for my chat where
That is really, really fun.
because I'm getting a chat debut hopefully next month where I have a 2D model, 3D model, BRB mini game and a lore video for them. And the BRB game is them just kind of exploring the mansion and trying to get a high score where they work together and it lets me actually go to the bathroom and everything. It's gonna be fun.
All right, everybody.
Guys.
Joel currently has a golden kappa train, so if you have a prime or some biddies or anything or a sub, consider dropping it over so you may have access to the golden kappa for 24 hours.
Were you paying
Let's
attention for
go.
that? Were you like on the lookout for a hype train this entire time?
Yeah.
I could tell whenever your eyes were going cross-eyed. I was wondering what you were looking at, and now I know.
Yeah.
You started frog blinking. Thank you for the subs, Makoto. Big love. I appreciate
I
it.
frog blink a lot because my phone is on the side. So when I look to the side, I frog blink because like it's on the side of my.
I've been noticing it a lot too, where I've been frog blinking occasionally, and I think it's because I do this weird posture in my chair where I kind of sit like Elf or Light from or not Light, L from fucking Death Note, where I have my feet up and I feel like a freak. But it's also making my eyes like there it is. I just had a frog blink again.
There we go.
I gotta stop doing that.
Uh-oh.
I wish my
It's
tracking was better
cute.
sometimes.
We like frog blinking.
No,
Speaking
I
of
want
what
to
else
look regal.
we like, level 7 hype train. Yippee!
Oh my god, don't encourage them. I have a birthday subathon later this month anyways.
Let's go, everybody. Your birthday is later. This is now. Why put off to later what you can do now?
I don't want them to go broke. We have a merch drop too for them later.
Ooh, when is would you like to talk about that? When is that?
Well, my birthday's on the 30th, and we are planning on releasing my merch store again because it's been on hold for a while because I had to switch management companies. So I'm reopening my PorcelainMaid.store hopefully in a couple of weeks, and then my plushie will be back out, and it's going to be on the main store page as well.
Let's go! I'm so happy
which,
for you.
Thank you. I can put it next to my MataraKan merch that I got recently.
Yay!
That is absolutely
like
gorgeous. I love the standee the most. It's so pretty.
It's kind of crazy. I know it's expensive for a $35 standee, considering some are like 15 or 20, but people need to understand that it's the size of your head. It's the size of a plate.
It's a big
triple the size
standee.
of a regular standee. It's a masterpiece.
Let
it's
me
a
sell
full
it
center.
too. It's absolutely like three or four pieces, and it's like layered. It's got like a parallax effect to it. It's really, really cool. And it is the size of like a football, like at least the size of a football. It is massive. So you do need like a display case to put it in.
So I know sometimes if you get a standee, you think to yourself, why would I get this standee for that much when I can get it? Yeah, but it's like three standees in one. It really is that big.
It's massive.
I'm glad you like it. What else you get?
Well, I got the standee. I got the Momo ass mouse pad, so I can fucking fling around the Momos if I want.
Of course.
I got your body pillow, and then I got the what's it called? It's not the desk mat by Daishi, because that artist is actually one of my friends. So I was really happy about that. I was like, I can support two people.
And the desk mat. Yeah.
It's really cute, and I think hold on, actually, I think I got more. It's over here alongside some of my merch that I haven't unpacked yet from TwitchCon.
Ooh.
I got 2 of the sticker sheets as well.
Oh, show me.
I got 2 sticker sheets as well. So all of that. I did not get a shirt, and here's the reason. I don't like graphic tees. I'm not a big fan of graphic tees for anyone.
Mhm.
But if you want to buy MataraKan's graphic tee, you can go to MataraKan's beautiful merch store to get it to your doorstep. I don't know. I'm not a big graphic tee person because I don't really do fashion around that.
That's fair. So Joel didn't get the shirt. The way that it worked, I sent some pals a form to fill out to get merch, but it was going to be too complicated if my pals were also going to get the shirts, because the way that the shirts worked, being numbered, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, I think they have to print 4 different things on the shirt. And then also with the number, it just adds too much pressure. So a lot of the pals didn't get the numbered shirt. Sorry, my labs.
I also didn't want, like, I was going to just click on everything, but the way you the way you worded it, I was like, are you paying for this? So I didn't want to, I didn't want to go all the way and take all your money.
But you should, because I want to celebrate my 1 year, and I want to celebrate with my pals, and I want my pals to have stuff.
I am happy with the stuff that I chose. I like all of it.
You said you got the poster, sticker sheet, not poster, sorry. Desk sticker sheet, booba pad, and...
I got the stickers, the standee, the poster, the body pillow, the desk mat, and I think I got the poster as well.
Nice. Okay. You're so funny. You're like, I didn't want to get everything.
I got almost everything. I was like, well, I'm sure she'll be fine if I'll take away 2 things off the list and, help out her wallet. Everything else is mine, though. I'm taking all that.
Hell yeah, I do you, of course. Also, level 8, 90% golden hype train.
I was hoping you would forget about it.
Thanks, everybody. Can we get it to level 12 before we go?
Guys, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it.
For the 30th of November.
Thank you so
much. For the birthday.
God, how old am I gonna be? I haven't talked about my age. I don't talk about my age on stream, but now I'm realizing that I actually am kind of. I'm reaching it. I'm reaching the level that I used to make fun of people for.
He's at least 21.
I'm definitely above 21. I can say that much.
Barely.
I'm not
barely above 21.
I'm not above 30, but I'm not barely above 21. I'm definitely a lot more than 20.
He's barely above 21. He's basically 18.
Dude,
he's freshly 16 again.
I don't want to be 16 again. I'd rather never go back below 20. Here's the thing. I have a lot of criticism towards people when they're like, oh dude, I wish I was like 17 or 18 again. Why would you want to be underage again? Like the peak age is like 23 or something.
Honestly, if I had to go back in age, I probably wouldn't go below 30. Genuinely, I probably wouldn't.
You think?
I feel that you're just so much smarter. You're better equipped for the world. If somebody tells you something rude or offends you, you just kind of get it. You just kind of, I don't know.
Aren't you like 30 right now? You're not a day above 30, dude.
I wish.
You're a young lady. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm a youthful young lady. You're right. Full of eggs and potential. That's me, MataraKan.
I don't know if I like that. I was gonna say you're full of vigor, but if you want to say eggs, sure.
I am full of eggs and potential. I am ripe. I am yeah.
If you ever want to make somebody uncomfortable immediately, like by the snap of your fingers, you can call them nubile. That's a horrible word. I'm young and supple and nubile.
Oh my god.
I'm a big fan of learning older words, and the fact that nubile was a word that was used in conjunction to marriage all the fucking time is absolutely disgusting. So if you don't know, nubile means of marriageable age, but the word itself, and it like that, whatever, that word has a lot of connotations to it, but the word nubile just sounds disgusting. There's something about it that just is gross, like to the very core.
Just makes you think of the word juvenile.
Juvenile? Do you not like the word juvenile?
No, I don't mind it, but it kind of reminds me of that because they both kind of end with like isle.
I don't like isle either.
The Nile?
No, just I-L-E. It just sounds gross.
I-L-E? Why?
I don't know.
It just means island in French.
It's not about the meaning of it. It's just the word walk down the aisle.
Clean up down the... Okay. All right. You might be in a woman's body, but you certainly fear commitment. Like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? Oh man.
Listen, I grew up on the humor of you hate your partner, marriage is hell. That was like on every single television set for
Yeah, the old ball and
years.
chain.
The
Yeah.
old ball and God, my damn ex-wife took everything. She took my PSP and she left me with the kids. The only thing I wanted custody over was my fucking Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, my PSP.
A wife bad, beer good. That's funny.
Classic
I don't
humor.
know. I like partnerships. I like being in a group. I like being in a team. I like being in partnership. I like collaboration.
What a team player.
I know. Which is funny because I'm also like fiercely independent, but I definitely enjoy doing stuff with people. So I don't know. I've never really gotten that fear before.
I have a weird commitment thing to it where I really enjoy doing solo stuff.
You and every male under the age of 45.
Not what
Don't
I mean.
worry about
Not
it.
what I mean in that sense. My thing is I really like doing solo like stuff, but I want to be invited and I want to be thought of for collaboration stuff, even if necessarily I don't want to be there. Like I want to be, you know, it's the idea of wanting to be wanted without actually committing to anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I guess
You want to be
maybe that
invited
is
to
a
the
male
party.
ideal. That does sound like a
No. I think women are the same too, where like you want to be invited to the party, even if you absolutely can't make it. You just want people to still invite you and to let you know about it.
The most masculine urge I've ever had is two different things. One, every time I put on full body tracking or hand tracking, I immediately will start shadow boxing. I think every man does this. As soon as they put on any kind of tracking, they immediately start shadow boxing. My second masculine urge is I want to own a suit of armor. Those are my masculine urges. Those are my most masculine urges.
Swords or guns. That's another one I noticed.
No,
suit of
I
armor,
don't give a shit about
guns.
swords or guns. I want armor. I want defense. I want to look rad, dude. That'd be amazing. A full set of armor would be peak.
Okay.
I don't know if you have like a very feminine urge, but those are my incredibly masculine urges.
I have a feminine urge to eat him.
Oh,
suckle on his bones.
Oh,
cannibalize
you know what?
his flesh.
That is technically a feminine urge because I've seen people post about biting people that they like, where they just want to like take a bite out of them.
Yeah.
I get that too. I
Mhm.
get cuteness aggression all the time. Every time I see my chat, I want to like bite them or punch them. I say this to fan artists all the time because if they keep drawing me, eventually I am going to take a bite out of them.
Ooh, I like it. I don't know what my feminine urge would be. I have a feminine urge to collect. Like just now, we were playing Monster Hunter, and instantly I started collecting like leaves and mushrooms and grass. I think that's like the feminine urge to be a gatherer, right?
Sorry,
Right?
I don't know why that made me laugh. I don't know. I mean, I do the same. Maybe I have that feminine urge too because I also just like hoard everything.
Yeah, cottagecore. What else would be my feminine urge? I don't know. This
What's
is a good
a
question.
traditionally feminine urge? I mean,
Cannibalize
chat,
his
half of
body.
you guys are women. What do you guys think? Wait, what did you say?
Cannibalize his body.
All right, back
Yeah.
to chat. Chat, what do you think? I'm gonna
It's
ask the normal
true.
populace of the world. What do you guys think? Maybe the bug woman has a point, but I'm gonna ask the humans of the chat. Do you guys have a feminine urge? Feminine urge to merge without looking in traffic. What is
The feminine urge to merge. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. To fix people? That's just a whole I think that is not an
I think
urge
that's
you should have.
That's the human experience. I don't know. I want to say maybe I have the feminine urge to like be cared for and appreciated, but I think that's also just being an only child because you kind of like crave parental validation more than say people with siblings.
Really? I thought only childs would get the parental validation more easily than people with siblings.
Me too, but it makes me wonder if because of that you kind of expected more.
Maybe. Just don't have kids.
Why not?
I already have chat. I don't need kids.
But that would be different. Like your chat can't me your shit on the walls the way that a child can.
Yeah, but do you want that?
I'm
Also,
just
don't
saying.
challenge them. They're gonna try it now. Now the chats are
I'm
gonna
just
try.
saying. I'm
Feminine
just
urge
saying, I
to
really
send bits. Feminine urge to start a hype train in MataraKan's chat.
Oh no, we have it disabled to like every 6 hours, and we had
What?
one not long ago.
Is it because
Yeah.
you're trying to end your subathon?
No, it's because otherwise they just like, so my chat has this thing. I'm sorry for
Mhm.
calling you chat. My momos have this thing
Mhm.
where they never go crazy on a hype train, but the moment the hype train is over, they'll be like, here's 100 gifted. Here's like this many gifted, but never during the hype train. It's always after it.
Do you? So I'm not somebody that pays attention to hype train too much. When I get a sub, I get a sub. I'm not trying to max out hype trains. But is that your focal point for when you want subs? You want it to be during a hype train to generate like
No,
more
it doesn't really
hype?
matter. I think it was really fun. What we did is right before the subathon, I took hype trains down for 2 weeks and I asked everybody to save their money. So we actually did that. We saved our money and we broke my hype train record. But yeah, it's not really something that.
Sorry, I saw you post your
Choo
emote in the chat.
choo, choo choo! I got a golden bit.
I've never
not a
seen
gold, I got a
that.
golden papa. Choo choo.
I've never seen that before. Maybe I really don't pay attention enough.
That's fair. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? Everybody like notices what they notice, and everybody does their own stuff. That's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone has a focal point when they stream too. My focal point is community, is just hanging out with my little blockheads. I gotta get used to calling them that. We only made their fan name like a month ago or two.
Oh man, when I was making my fan name, one of the ones that was not the winning one, but it was very 50-50 was Momorons. And I do love it, but I do feel like a lot of people would have gotten genuinely offended if we went with Momorons.
I had a couple of pushbacks against blockheads, but I was like, come on, it's too silly of an insult to get mad at.
It's cuter than Momorons.
It kind of sounds like Mormon.
It's funny. Momorons.
Oh my god.
No, there was like Momonism, but then people were like, it sounds too much like Mormonism.
Are you saying it's not?
No, we are just momos. Momorons rise up forever.
Sure?
I will
saw
be a
a couple of
momoron.
momos in the background with 2 sheets, and I didn't know what they were doing, but now it's starting to come together now that you mentioned Mormonism.
I don't know enough about Mormonism to get that reference.
Chat gets it. That's fine. You don't need to know. It's fine.
Sure.
It's okay.
Sure.
They're having a lot of
we had a
fun
lot of
between a
fun
burlap sack together. It's fine. Just ignore that.
I just don't know enough.
No, you're okay.
I just know there's like I just know a little bit about like Latter-day Saints. That's about it.
Have you ever heard of the term soaking?
No.
All right, good. Then I don't think you need to. It's really fun coming up with chat names. I mean, one of my favorite things during my debut was coming up with the hashtags too, because it was the perfect time to get the perfect pun. And I didn't even know my name was a pun back then. I actually had to be told that my name was a pun.
Wait, PorcelainMaid? How is that a pun?
So I'm a maid.
Yeah.
And I'm also porcelain. And what am I made of?
Oh, like made, like this
I'm
is
made
cotton
of
made.
porcelain.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
porcelain
Wow, I
maid,
didn't
a
think
maid
about
who is made
that.
of porcelain.
Wow.
A lot of people don't get it, and I didn't get it either when I first saw it. And then I started to recognize it. I was like, wait, this is perfect. So it happened all by accident. So during my debut, somebody brought it up, and I was like, no fucking way, this is a pun. So I made my I made my art hashtag PorcelainMade. So I made porcelain, as if they made art of porcelain. I think that's one of my favorite things. Puns.
And then what are your hashtags?
So it's PorcelainMade for art, for safe work art. The Porcelain Laid for NSFW. That one is kind of not as interesting. Laid isn't as funny as made. But
yeah.
Then we have the plushie hashtag, which is just porcelain plushie. And those are my hashtags. I only have 3. I don't have like a going live hashtag or anything like that.
I think that's very like corpo, and that's fine, right?
Yeah. I mean, if people want to talk about the stream, just come to the goddamn stream and talk about it. We're not going to yell at you.
Actually, that just reminded me when we were talking about this at the beginning of the stream, but then we switched topics, and this just reminded me. I know like most people kind of don't mind that I took my time getting to meet people and make friends, but something that I really do like about corpo, that I took with me when I came to Twitch was in corpo. When you first start, you are encouraged to do your own thing for a little while to build up your own audience, right? Because let's say you debut and then nobody really knows you, and suddenly you're collaborating with much more popular people, and then you kind of create your first semblance of community through them instead of through you. So that is also one of the reasons that at the start, I really wanted to keep it like just me and vShoujo, very few collabs, very few things, because I wanted to build my own community. And then eventually, once I felt that my community was strong, I then would bring it into other people's communities. You just reminded me of that when we were
You
talking
wanted
about
a semblance of, well, I understand that, because when I first started YouTubing, I started off of being a friend of somebody else's.
Yeah,
and then I kind
yeah.
of worked into everything else and started doing my own thing. And for years, I was kind of resentful of that one person, because their community there would be like a constant like overlap in comparison, which is not a very healthy thing to have when you're starting off, which is something I never recommend either. I actually thought you already had like a kind of a big sense of self. I mean, when I was talking to you, at least that's what it felt like.
Well, again, you have to remember, right? I
know
was
you
new
were
to
in the
Twitch.
transition thing, yeah.
I was doing everything, and I just wanted to kind of build up my own community before I went into other places. And again, I'm not gonna like exactly share what every corporation does, but for example, I know for a fact that there was a place, for example, that you are encouraged to not collaborate with people, like let's say outside of direct gen, for 1 to 2 weeks, and it makes really good sense, right? You want to establish a sense of community, you want a chance to like break out of your shell. And then some other places that have like different like languages, you'll usually be encouraged not to do anything a month or two. And I used to not get it, but now I get it. And in fact, I actually think it's too small. I would even encourage you not to do anything outside of your direct everything outside of like 3 to 4 weeks, genuinely.
I think that works out
Grow
too.
your audience, grow your community.
I also think it depends on where you're starting. If you're starting from like absolute ground zero, right? I don't know how well that's going to work out for you.
Yeah, because you have no natural kind of marketability, right?
If you have like some semblance of people know who you are, then it's fine. But if you're at ground zero, I would still try to branch out.
Yeah. Just so we are clear, this is very much something that happens if you're like thrust into corpo, aka you're thrust into, a lot of people will see you, or in my case, where even though vShoujo is not a corporation, we are kind of thrust in a way where you knew about me and other people knew about me. And I just didn't want to rush. That's another thing too, where like once you agree to a collab, in your audience eyes, you guys are kind of friends, even though like maybe it was a great collab. You collaborated. It was a really fun collab.
You might not know that person fully.
A lot more. You might not know them fully, but then people kind of expected more. And if you don't collab with them again, people say, well, what happened? What happened? Did something go wrong? No, we just, like we had one collaboration. It was nice. It was fun. It was good, but it doesn't mean anything outside of that, really.
I've had one-offs where people are immediately like, they hate each other. They haven't collabed again in years. And it's like, no, I can talk to people in like personal time. I don't need to immediately all the time either be in their chat or to be collabing with them. It's totally fine. It's not an exact thing. There's no exact science to friendship, guys. It's not something that you can exactly pinpoint or precisely pick out. But then again, there's also that sense of like friendship in a work sense a lot of the time too, where sometimes you won't know if it's like a full friendship unless you actually get to meet the person or get to hang out with them, or like you actually have like a one-to-one with each other. Not necessarily like in a call or anything, but at least just messaging each other and enjoying the presence of the other person.
You know, I've had a friend tell me, you know, Matara, everybody I've spoken to says such nice things about you. Everyone is so nice to you. And I was like, yeah, well, it's because I'm doing real good right now. What if, you know, I want to see what they're going to say if like in a year from now, you know, I'm not doing so hot. I'm not doing so good. I'm not cooking. I wonder if they still will have nice things to say.
That's such a sad thing to think about, though.
It is, but it is something, you know?
I mean, I get what you mean. Everyone has their low points. So if you message somebody during one of your low points and they are not really, you know, outwardly there for you, sometimes it does kind of mess with your perception of how you interact with that person. I mean, I've had times like that too, but I don't want to say I'm hope core, but I always try to at least think the best in people, or else I feel like I get depressed really easily. So like constantly, my thing is whenever I got sad growing up, or whenever I got stressed, I would always be like, well, it's not the end of the world, because it never was. And that kind of went into me. It grew into me as an adult. Whenever something bad happened or I would start to feel bad, like, you know, recently with my string of being cursed and having all my collabs kind of fall through.
Yeah.
I would never try to pin the blame on another human being. I would always just be like, well, they still like me. It's just a bad timing with everything. And it's been like a run of bad timing and it'll still be fine.
I am listening. I'm just internalized. Like I'm
No, go ahead. Keep thinking. It's
I'm
fine for a
thinking
little
about
bit of
what you
silence.
said. I'm thinking about what you said. Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you're on stream, you have to, because I just recently was away for a few days, and I'd be with people like, you know, not on the screen. I'd say sometimes, I'm like, give me a moment. I just want to think about what you said.
Do the verbal Japanese tick thing where you're like,
I do that a lot. I do.
I know people that do that all the time.
So I do something similar to you, but not quite, where I never assume most people are maliciously trying to hurt me. Like, no matter how hurtful an action was, or no matter how mean or bad, I usually assume like people are just kind of doing things for themselves. So, for example, if somebody doesn't invite me to collabs, or if like it's usually because they either kind of don't care enough, or they don't know me enough, or they're too busy, or they just don't know me enough. Like, I always assume it's not malicious.
I internalize it, right? You do
like,
retrospection.
So like, oh, Matara, screw you. But I don't know. I definitely also don't think that everybody is acting from only pure kind intentions all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not super naive. I get when people are like, you know, they have their own life and business to think about. One of the things that I have that I think about too for the whole like not getting invited to collabs thing, because I did struggle with that for a while, where I was kind of worried that like I don't get invited to collabs, and then in my head I was like, well, I don't invite all of my friends to collabs. Like, I have a lot of friends that are really cool that I don't always invite to collabs either. So I can't get mad at somebody else for doing it, because they probably have the same exact feeling that I have, where like maybe I want to be invited to collabs by this specific person, but somebody else out there is probably thinking the same thing about me, and I haven't done that to them. And I think that the introspection there allows me to like not take things personally and kind of just move on with my life.
Also, as somebody like me, you tend to invite people to collabs. If you're the person that tends to invite people to collabs, you might not get invited as much, because people see you as like, oh, this is a collab creator. So because you are typically the one that is inviting people to collabs, they don't think as much to invite you, because they're like, oh, Joel's gonna invite me if he wants to hang out. That's another thing that I've noticed with this kind of stuff.
You become the parent of the group, and then suddenly you're not allowed to become anything else.
Yeah. It's like the designated driver, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you had that too, where you became the parent of a friend group that you had, and then that's just how like, that just stuck with you for the rest of your life, kind of.
Oh yeah.
That's what it feels like.
That's another thing too, is like one of the reasons I organize collabs is because I want to do what I think is most fun and most best. And it kind of sucks, because sometimes people will invite me to collabs, but all they invite me to is scary games. And I'll have to say, I'm like, hey, I don't like these games. Or they'll only invite me to social deduction games. And I'll say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't like. Or
only Among Us.
Collabs at 3 a.m. in the morning. And it's like, hey, sorry, but I try to collab between 8 a.m. in the morning to midnight, which is already a really, really, really big window where I will say yes to a collab. But at some point, like if you invite me between midnight to 8 a.m., I gotta say no.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about the time zone thing. Normally, I will just kind of work around time zones. And if I can't bring somebody into the collab, I will just go onto their stream, or I'll be on theirs instead, rather than having my own.
But again, even if I don't have my own POV, if I join a collab at 3 in the morning, it just screws with everything I have for the rest of the day. For my sleep schedule, my everything is just, it's over.
Yeah, I guess, you know, I never thought about it, but I guess I also have my own little like collab window that I do that I'm okay with. I never like outlined it, right? Like it's never been in my head as this is my collab window, but I never do anything before 5 p.m. And I guess that is kind of a collab window. I never thought about that. Wow.
For example, I really enjoy collabs that happen between, say, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. starting time, because then it kind of falls exactly where like I have time to go live a little bit before the collab and talk to my momos, and then I have time a little bit after the collab to talk to my momos, right? But if the collab starts even at 8 a.m., oh, that means I got to get up at 7 a.m. to talk to my momos a bit. It definitely changes the
I
way
need
things
that
go.
1 hour of just chatting before I do anything. And
Same,
it's
same.
kind of hard to get into that
done.
when collabs start as soon as the stream starts.
I move the stream an hour early when that happens.
I try to do that. Normally, I've been having the same stream schedule for the last like 6 years. So I normally schedule my collabs to be at like 6 p.m. unless it's one of these, because this is already a chatting collab. So I kind of just immediately start it and then I move on to something else. Like after this, I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds. I finally get to enjoy the beta. I get to enjoy my lovely Monster Hunter beta. Yippee! My favorite game of all time.
It took me a little while to kind of understand the wound system because I didn't realize I had to like charge up my attack for the wounds.
Oh, that's new. That's a new system. That's not that's only in Wilds, which is so I don't actually know much about it. Besides, I'm kind of an old school hunter, so every time there's a new gimmick system, I kind of push it to the side.
About it?
No, I don't. I do complain about it, but I do it in the old man way, so it's at least entertaining. But I will push it to the side and just unga bunga everything and just be like, okay, swish, stab, dodge. I'm good. That's all I need to know. I don't need to go complicated.
What have been your favorite Monster Hunt? Like now that you played the other games, what are your favorite Monster Hunter games?
Monster Hunter Freedom Unite still, and then For You, which is a DS entry, which is really good. Actually, I'm not super into the newer ones, but I really enjoy Rise just because of how fast-paced it is. And I think I'm going to really enjoy Wilds, too. One of my favorite things about Wilds is just the fact that I can swap the armor between different genders. That's so good.
Wait, we can play a different gender?
So in the older games, all the armors were locked to gender. So like male, female armor set, masculine, feminine armor sets, right? That you'd have to wear the masculine armor sets on a masculine character. Now you can swap the armor around. So you could make a twink. You could make like a butch woman. It's amazing. This is peak. They've made it so you can swap it around.
That sounds good.
It's so good. Excuse me. You're. Thank you.
Sorry. My claws in your face.
I can smell the mold from earlier when you were in my walls.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Stop. Oh,
it's like itching my nose. Stop. You're going to scratch my porcelain. What is this? Chitin? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Bugs, dude. They always got like the appendages in my face. That's not funny. That's not cool. You can't do that to me.
I kind of have the same thing with Disgaea, where like I played a lot of different Disgaeas, but there's something about my first Disgaea that makes it special.
Would that be your favorite game?
Disgaea?
Yeah. I know a lot of people that fell in love with that game and it kind of influenced a lot of their lifestyle.
It's really tough because I would also say like Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games. I would say
you're more of like an RPG type of person.
Yeah, I would say Disgaea, Secret of Mana.
I have the art book for that.
There we go. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor, which is also a tactics game, right? There's a lot of games that I liked a lot, but then, okay, I only played BioShock for the first time, I think maybe more than that. I played BioShock for the first time maybe only 10 years ago. When did BioShock 1 come out? BioShock 1.
A long time ago. I think it was around Halo 2 or Halo 1.
2007. Okay. I definitely played it for the first time. Yeah, maybe like 2013, maybe 2014. And it is one of my favorite games of all time. I probably have only replayed the game 4 times, but it's one of my favorite games, right? Versus a game like Disgaea where I have thousands of hours in it.
I don't think replay value means the game is necessarily like your favorite, you know? Like I can replay a game a lot. Right? Yeah, I mean, you could have more hours in a game that you don't like than a game that you do like.
That you love. Yeah. So it's tough to say. It's really, really tough to say because then games like Slay the Spire, where when quarantine hit, I was playing Slay the Spire. I have thousands of hours in it. I never think about Slay the Spire nowadays, ever, ever, which is crazy because at some point it was like one of my. Right? Oh my goodness, Overwatch 1 was everything.
I played that free. I was an Overwatch streamer. I started streaming with Overwatch before I went into art. Oh my God.
Who did you main?
I had a bit that I was doing. So when Overwatch 1 came out, on the account, it would show you your playtime hours, right? For each character that you had. So on my account, when I played it, I only played Diva for 3 months. and I had
I
zero playtime in any of the other characters, because to get around fucking on my playtime, I would go into arcade, and I would go into like custom games or something. So if I wanted to play other heroes, I'd just go into custom games and kind of enjoy them, but it wouldn't show up on my playtime. So for 3 months, people that would look at my profile would see Diva 400 hours. Every other character would be at 0. I was also
so funny.
playing an Xbox, and I was #1 Diva on Xbox for 3 days, and I hold that is my claim to fame. I put that on my resume.
You will never forget that. I love that for you.
If I ever get canceled, that is going to go on my resume when I find a new job. Diva, #1 Diva on Xbox, Overwatch Season 1 for 3 days.
I'm trying to think, what would be your games that you would consider your, obviously Monster Hunter?
Are you trying to guess?
No. I'm asking.
Well, my favorite games of all time are Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Halo, Borderlands up to pre-sequel, and then I do not like 3. I really like the Souls-like games. There's a game called Ender Lilies that I find really charming.
Yeah, I heard
like
about it.
Return of the Obra Dinn. That is one of my favorite puzzle games ever. I don't know, it's kind of hard because I played a lot of games growing up as well. So a lot of my favorite games are kind of lost to time because I've played so many games over the course of my life that doing a top 10 kind of feels like a disservice to a lot of the games that I really enjoy.
And then there's games that you feel, how do I say this? It's the nostalgia of the game as well, where I noticed that when I played Metal Gear Solid, like Metal Gear Solid 1, I genuinely feel would be in my top games at the moment right now. But if I had played this as a youth, I think it would have hit even more. And there's games that you play as a youth that are just so iconic in shaping you. And to me, for example, Secret of Mana, right? Dungeon Keeper, things like that, but if you played an RTS today, it might not affect you the same way. I tried to do
Red Alert. I used to play Red Alert all the time as a kid. I tried to play Red Alert nowadays, and it's just not the same thing. It's not the same emotion, which is what I'm scared of because I want to do stuff like that. Yeah. I played games like the Tasmanian Tiger and Fire Emblem and Fusion Frenzy. And those games,
Fire Emblem, when you're young and people die, you're just like, this is the end of my world. Like, I would close my game and cry.
Well, when I was I played Fire Emblem Awakening, and the entire time I was just matchmaking. I was just shipping the characters with each other. That was my claim to fame with Fire Emblem. I would just really enjoy shipping the characters with each other. It's like, you and you should make out. You guys are cute together. I like your supports. You guys are adorable. Fucking Sumiya, you bitch. Why don't you love anyone besides Chrom? Fuck you. God, get over yourself. Chrom is better with Robin anyways. Sorry. I had a big issue with characters that would only marry like 2 people and would not marry anyone else.
And that's when he realized he's polygamous.
Chrom should be. He should be. The main character should be. That way I can just get him over with so I don't have to fucking matchmake him anymore.
You just have the main character make a baby with everybody, huh?
But that's one of the things where I am I can't do games like Fire Emblem anymore because they take so much time. They take like 300 hours. Persona, 300 hours. Yeah. Since I never got into it as a kid, I can never get into it as an adult because I just don't have the time to set aside to play those games.
You know what I think was also different back then too? I think back then, right? If I borrowed a game from Blockbuster, even if I didn't love the game, what else am I going to do? Do my homework, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm going to play the game. But now I find it sometimes when I go into Steam and I look, I have so many games I could play and I can't find a single game because now it's like, I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to do. As a kid, you have a piece of cheese and a piece of bread. You're like, yeah,
let's go. It's time, boys. It's game night.
So definitely, I think that's another added thing to it where nowadays, like, you just have so many games and so much choice.
You know what I think you would like that I do sometimes? Because you and me have similar affections for our communities.
Bread and cheese.
Well, we have done that already, but one of the things
eating my momos.
Sure. One of the things that I like doing is something I call a parasocial pizza party, where I order pizza, my chat orders pizza, and then we play games where we can play with each other. So like Mario Kart, or like you know, those games where you can have your chat join in, like Observation Duty. So I call it a parasocial pizza party where we all order pizza and play games together. One of the ones that I want to do was one with Star Wars Battlefront, but that game turned out to be a flop when they tried to remake it. But those are fun. You could always do that, and that's one of the things that I do to like recover my that sense of like, I got some food that my mom got me, and I have Halo loaded up on the Xbox. It's time to party all night, like that kind of thing, like a little game night.
Yeah, I definitely think having my community join me for pizza night would be really fun. Like, we've been watching these scary movies lately, these which I really recommend you do. We just watched Nosferatu and we watched Metropolis, which isn't
You
that
can watch
scary.
those on stream? Or are you doing the thing that corpos do where it's like the timing thing?
Nope. No. Nosferatu is public domain.
Oh.
So I actually have the whole Nosferatu
That's why it was in SpongeBob, because it's public domain. They were allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I really recommend that you do something like that. But maybe what I can do is next time I can tell my community, hey, let's order pizza when we're doing it.
100%, dude. Why not? That'd be such a fun little movie night thing that you could do. And then
That
you
is
could like
very
promote
fun.
getting under the covers too. You get like a nice blankie drawing or something for your model. Get really cozy. That'd be so adorable. Oh my God.
Mhm.
I love doing things like that with the chat. I know. So here's the thing about parasocialism. Obviously, there's a lot of horrible things that can come with it. But I mean, it's like a two-sided coin. Like, I really enjoy being parasocial with my chat. Obviously, we have our own boundaries, but just the community feeling of having a group of people that you can just do whatever with, and like, obviously they're paying attention to you, but they also somewhat pay attention to each other, so that, you know, it's not just everyone's focus is on you. It's about like that sense of we're all here just to enjoy ourselves is really nice.
Yeah, I talk about it often, but I feel a lot of times when people have the negative assumptions about parasocialism, it's like, it's when people go, oh, all men are this, all women are this. It's like, yeah, you probably dated one woman that did something to you, or you probably had one guy DM you inappropriately a lot. And I feel like it's kind of the same thing where, yeah, there was probably one viewer that took it a little too far, and you saw it on Twitter and you saw, but the percentage of that is so minute, minuscule, small, versus how positive it is to just have people show up that you remember them, they remember you, you talk about the same stuff, you're all wanting the same things, you have your own language, your own jokes, your own everything. I just feel like the bad of it is so small, but it's unfortunately stuff that people remember. Like, for example,
It gets
people will
serious is
remember,
what it is. It's like some of those
people
can
will
get bad.
remember the bus crashing in front of you, but people don't know every time that the bus didn't crash, or every time that the bus like took the right turn. You always remember that one time it's like, oh, something awful happened. What about every day that like planes don't crash, boats don't crash, cars don't crash, right? But nobody really cares about that because that's not a story, in the same way that something dramatic is a story.
It's sensationalism a lot of the time. But like, to be fair, a lot of the time when parasocial stuff does get bad, it gets really bad, and that's kind of what breaks out. That's what people see a lot. Because a lot of the time, the worst sides of parasocial stuff, most of the time, it's not a friendship thing. It's like a relationship thing where they're like assuming that they're in a relationship. So if you can avoid that, and I'm walking on my tiptoes here because I don't want to like be mean to anyone that does that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like if you do a thing where you're kind of filling in the spot for somebody's, you know, partner, that's fine. I'm not gonna hate on you, but I feel like a lot of the time that's where the worst parts of parasocialism kind of tends to sprout from, is when somebody thinks that they have like a part of you where they're like in a relationship with you. If you're doing it in a friendship kind of way, most of the time I feel like it doesn't end up badly. Like a parasocial friendship isn't as bad as somebody thinking they're in a parasocial like relationship.
I think that a little bit like the generation that's like maybe above Gen X, kind of, people felt like you need to get married, you need to be in a partnership. Every time you're not with another person, you're lonely. And I do think that now like Gen X and younger are kind of realizing that like, hey, it's okay to not have companionship. It's okay to not live with a person. It's okay to not be with a person. And I really, really do think that technology and media has replaced a lot of that for us. And to me, I think that's a really big positive.
I think so too.
I think back about like how many friendships I had in a much younger age where we weren't really friends. It was just, you know, that you go to the bar and you're going to see your local people.
Yes.
And I think that nowadays technology gives us that, but safer, better. You're not getting drunk, you're not getting robbed, and you're not getting into a fight. And you're also around people who have the same shared interests as you. You're finding your tribe a lot better online, if that makes sense. If you ever did, community at a bar and all that. I feel like it's kind of replacing that a lot today, and I'm very happy with it.
Not necessarily friends, you know, like you said. It's like when you're in school, you sit next to somebody and start talking to them in class, but you wouldn't like hang out with them after school. You wouldn't talk to them outside of class. They're just there. They're your friend in that class.
But this is the argument that I have for like why it's better with streams and YouTube is that now it's that, but actually in the positive, where you do have shared interests. You do have things that you care about and share in common, because maybe it's the extra anonymity. Maybe it's the extra fact that they're not really seeing you as like your flesh suit, right? It's just, oh, you also love Pokemon? I love Pokemon. Who's your favorite Pokemon? And you manage to bond in a way that you just don't bond in person.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the whole thing about when you're online, people like see your personality first and then your look second or whatever it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they see you more for your interest in who you are on the inside versus how you are outside.
I believe in that too. I mean, that's a very heavy thing of it just being online. It's a good thing. It's a really cool thing too. But yeah, no, I like I like being I don't want to say I like being parasocial. I like having that aspect of community with chat. I think that's the best part of streaming, honestly. I don't think that's why, I mean, obviously there are streamers out there that don't do that, but I always find it strange watching a streamer that doesn't interact at all, and they're just kind of there to like show off what they're doing rather than have like a sense of community. But I mean, I don't know, different things for different people.
Yeah, but also I do have streamers that I watch and I don't really interact. I just watch them for the gameplay, and I do watch YouTube videos for that as well.
Yeah, but that's what I consider YouTube for, rather than like a Twitch stream. Like, if you're not going to interact with community, why not just make it into a video instead of streaming it?
Again, like, to each their own, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to hate on anyone like that. It's totally fine. Yes, chat, I like you. You guys can stop freaking out.
See, every time I call my Momos chat, they riot.
Okay.
As they should. As they should. I can't believe
I'm transitioning into calling them blockheads more.
Blockheads, you're letting him get away with that.
I'm transitioning into calling them that a little bit more. It's like a verbal tick that I'm getting over.
I will say, I do notice, I don't say chat often, but whenever I hang out with other streamers, they say chat. It's like you kind of naturally mirror the person that you're just hanging out with.
It's funny because I call your chat Momos when I directly converse with them.
Yeah, because you listen to my stream a lot.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. If I call them Momos,
sick, disgusting individual that spends 17 hours a day watching a MataraKan stream.
Would you like to get timed out for 7 days?
No,
that way you can
not again. Not
Are you
again.
Sure?
No.
I can provide. I got you. Would you like a week-long ban?
I've done my time. You can't put me back in there.
Are you sure?
No.
Because I think we could.
If you put me back in there, you won't be able to steal my food anymore.
Mr. Byte says he'll pay for it.
No, Byte, get out of there. That's my money that I paid you.
No, but for real, we're not doing timeouts at the moment.
Oh my God, you gave me a heart attack, dude. You scared me. You know,
it's funny because we actually did timeout Bricky, and he tried to raid me twice during the timeout. I'm like, I missed out on 2 raids.
I found out about that recently. I thought it was only bans. I timed out Nags and Ray and my friend Sayu yesterday during a collab. And they all tried to raid me. None of them could raid me, so they sent offline raids to me instead.
I love that. I
just found out about that. I missed out on raids because of it. Like, I'll take your viewers, but I'm still mad at you. I'm still mad at you specifically.
Can I have you babysit everybody while I go pee?
Go ahead. Go.
I'm leaving Big Mo with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I like you and Big Mo.
Sitting in a tree.
I think this thing turns into MataraKan. That's my headcanon. This is my headcanon that has been rejected multiple times. Chat, you guys, my blockheads, you guys can't see it. Mata's sitting on like a big Momo. In my head, but Jesus Christ. Is she good? God, the difference in screens here. I have Mata's stream open and I have my stream open. The difference in like what the viewers are seeing is so fucking funny. On Mata's screen, big boy. On my screen, I think Mata's broken. Look at her eyes. Lift her up here. I'll give her uppies. That way you can see Big Mo. Okay, he's too big. I can't. He's covering me up at that point. I'm just gonna. There. You can see his like one eye. Anyways, like I was saying, my headcanon for Big Mo is that if one Momo eats all the other Momos, eventually they will become a new MataraKan. And then they will have to go to another nest to conquer that nest. And then they raise their own Momos while eating them for sustenance. And eventually, one of the other Momos will eat all the other Momos and become another MataraKan and then go propagate into another nest. The Mataras. That's my Mata lore. If I put 7 Momos in a jar and one Momo ate the others and came out at the top and became Big Mo, eventually that one would turn into Matara, right? And then that one creates a new nest. So there's like thousands of MataraKans around the world, around the universe. That's my idea. Yeah, it's like the poison jar thing where you put in a bunch of, like you put a bunch of poisonous, or you put a bunch of bugs in a jar, and whatever comes out at the top is the biggest one, is the strongest. Momos, you could become the next MataraKan. Just eat the other Momos. If you guys eat each other, whoever eats the most becomes the next Mata. It's real. My chat blockheads, you guys are babies. You guys can't do anything like that. You guys will never become me. I'm sorry. You guys are little babies. I think you can't even beat other chats in a fight. If you guys like my Momos get eaten on a daily, and I don't know if you guys could even beat like Momos in a fight. I feel like you guys would sit down and start crying if anyone was mean to you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You guys literally call me dad all the time. You're little babies. Momos, don't bully the blockheads. They're little freaks. They're just little guys. We can throw down if needed. Guys, you're 8 centimeters. You're like 8 inches tall. At most, you're 8 inches tall. You're not going to be able to get into a fight. I don't even think you could beat any other streamer. What streamer mascots could my mascot beat in a fight? All right, I'll give you guys this. I think you could beat Bow's mascot. I think you could beat Bowel Buddies. They're made out of fucking glass, dude. Just push them over. That being said, that's the best you're going to get. Welcome back.
What's the best we're going to get?
I was talking about, like, if my chat could beat any other chats in a fight.
Hang on. We're stuck together. Joel, let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Joel.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Give me my money, Mata. I want my $20 back.
Let me go. Let me go.
I want my $20. You took it from me.
Let me go.
It's going to look so strange. Editor, if you're watching this, just take the clips from her stream. That way you can edit this together.
Please, let me go.
Give me my $20, Mata.
I paid for dinner.
I didn't ask for that. Doesn't count.
No, you didn't.
Doesn't count.
I didn't ask you for $20.
Yes, you did.
I don't remember.
Oh my God. I am not starting this with you.
How do I actually unstick us?
So I think you have to unlock the models. You might have stuck us together because it treats me like an item, like how an item in VTube Studio would work. Apparently, I don't have human rights on your stream.
Oh, I got you.
You had damn, that was a high note. Holy shit.
Oh, you have no idea.
What the hell? That was actually
No
kind of
warm-up.
like a bug, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
That
I
was
know.
insane.
I can hit the high notes. They're not gonna
Holy
sound great, but I
shit.
can hit them.
That's insane. That actually sounded like a
Yeah.
Tyranid.
Yeah.
Wow, the Warhammer
Sometimes when
really
I
fit you, huh?
stretch, I know, huh? Sometimes when I stretch, I actually have like it almost sounds like two people screaming. Like it almost sounds like there's two tones in my screaming. It's weird. I don't know how to
I
dual
can't stretch. It
tone.
sounds like a moan. I get self-conscious about it. So whenever
Do
I
it.
stretch, no, I'm not
Do
gonna
it.
do it. You can't. I can't
Do it.
stretch on command.
Do it. Just stretch your back, pussy.
What the fuck?
Oh, you can't stretch.
Nothing came out because I control myself.
I mean, you literally just spread your back. You go like,
no, I just did. Okay, well, I don't make that noise. That was a screech of terror. That was like a war call.
yeah.
But I was talking about how if like we put mascots in a ring and told them to fight each other, like I think my chat would just sit down and start crying. They're like little babies. I think
Cute.
like if we considered every VTuber mascot and put them in a fight together, right? If there was like a battle royale of VTuber mascots,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who would be the strongest because most VTuber mascots are like little freaks. My chat is full of babies. My blockheads are little babies. They don't have like a fighting potential. You guys are literally doing the pleading eyes emote. Shut the fuck up. You're not strong.
What if Big Mo is kind of like Kirby and he just goes and sucks everybody in?
I think Big Mo turns into you. I think Big Mo turns into MataraKan.
Imagine.
I've been saying this.
I'm the Charizard.
You are you're like the queen bee of the hive, but when a new queen bee arrives, they have to leave the nest to go make their own hive.
Ah,
So
I
when
see.
when
You're
one
saying there's
Momo
other
eats enough,
MataraKans.
yes, when one Momo eats enough other Momos, they become the next MataraKan, and then they go to another planet to make a new hive.
Ooh.
That's my headcanon.
Ooh. I accidentally turned you. I don't know how to unturn you.
What do you mean you turned me?
You're like sideways.
Rotate me. Do I look
How do I
fucked up? Rotate me.
How do I rotate you?
Mata, rotate me.
How do I
I
rotate
look like
you?
a freak.
How-
Why
you
am I
always
on a
look like
diagonal angle? What does
How
that
do
mean?
I-
What do you
how
mean
do
by
I
that?
rotate you? You always look like a freak.
What the fuck does that mean?
I also always look like a freak. We're all little freaks here. How do I rotate you?
Spin. The mouse wheel. So do the way you move. So like control and mouse wheel.
Oh.
Control mouse
Thanks
wheel.
Thanks
Yep.
for teaching me how this
Yeah.
shit works.
It's VTube Studio,
I
dude. It's the same way you scroll yourself.
No, but I'm not used to it. and
Don't
stuff.
show my feet on screen. Stop.
I know.
This is
I
a
know
breach
it.
of privacy. Put my Mary Janes away.
I'll put my feet there too.
This is a breach of privacy, MataraKan.
Why? Don't worry about it.
I do not consent to showing my feet on stream.
It's too late.
What do you mean it's too late?
It's too late to apologize.
Stop. You're showing my ankles off. I'm not some strumpet that
Fine.
walks around my ankles
You're
out.
a harlot.
I am not.
You're
I am clean.
You're a harlot.
They're going to put me on wiki feet.
Yeah, about time.
No. Put
just saying.
my porcelain away, dude.
About time, girl.
Jesus Christ.
Why do you keep slowly lowering myself? There we go. There we go, girl.
I already have to fight against the government for my human rights, okay? They
You're
make
a
me pay
doll.
taxes on... What does that mean? You think I don't
You're a
deserve human
man
rights?
inside well, you.
I pay my taxes like anyone else, MataraKan.
That's what tax avoiders say.
That is not true. I pay more. I pay extra just to get human rights.
Oh, how much extra are we talking?
Like 20% more.
Wow.
Apparently, human rights aren't worth very much, according to the government.
So well, how come I don't have to pay more to get human rights?
Well, because you apparently have flesh and blood. There was like an internal organ debate on whether or not having internal organs makes me have a human right. Apparently, being hollow on the inside apparently doesn't constitute for being human.
What if my flesh woman is raised Eastern European, so she's also hollow on the inside?
Oh, see, that's a different thing. They hate anyone that isn't from their own country. You know, nationalism, everything like that. So apparently, if you, here in America, if I'm not from American soil, they would just consider me like disgusting and want to abolish me. But you're Canadian, so I don't know how that works for you.
I am technically also not on American soil.
Yeah, so America would hate you.
America, I must ask you, do you hate me? I'm sorry for having cannibalized the Kennedy clan. It's true. The
Is
Kennedy
that what
curse
happened to
is
them?
me. Yeah, the Kennedy curse is me.
Oh my God, Jesus! Wait, you're behind the disappearance of Tupac, huh? I can't believe you.
I could be.
Jesus Christ! Remember Elvis didn't actually die on the toilet. MataraKan ate him. He tasted like peanut butter and banana. Apparently, can't believe this. You were behind all of these disappearances.
Allegedly.
Jesus Christ! Does this make you like a serial cannibalizer?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, how many people do you cannibalize before you're a cannibal?
I don't know. I've never eaten a person before.
I've definitely done enough. So I've done enough to be considered. Yeah, I've done enough.
Are you a big purveyor of your own lore?
When you started with, are you a big, I thought you were going to say pervert. I was going to be like, what kind of question is this? Of course.
No.
But yeah, I wasn't sure. What does purveyor mean?
Like you're a big, how do I explain it? Like you're a big fan. You like exploring and thinking and learning and like creating lore.
Joel.
Yeah.
Have you not? You haven't seen Did you see the war documentary about why I am wearing? Some people come in and they say, MataraKan, nice outfit. It's not an outfit. We are at war with evil Momo, Joel. This is my battle gear. Our new normal is we're at war. Have you really not seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. No. This was like after I came back from TwitchCon and I was still busy with all, like the 5-day views that I'm prepping.
Could I show it to you?
Yeah, sure, please.
Would you like to play it on stream? And then I'll play it on my stream at the same time.
I do. Yeah. You want me to do like a little reaction video to it?
Yeah, I love that.
I love lore videos, and I'm a big I'm a big fan of lore in general, VTuber lore.
Call it lore. This is okay. It's too big to send on Discord. What do I do?
How long is it?
3 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the normal amount.
It's not letting me send on Discord.
Send me the link to the YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
You
You're so
forget
smart.
about YouTube.
You're so smart. Also, hold on. I am getting a quick raid. Hello, Alexandria. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid.
Hi,
I am
Lexi.
currently having a collaboration with, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Lexi. I'm Joel. I'm PorcelainMaid. I died and my soul got trapped inside the body of a doll.
You know Lexi?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Monarch,
I don't think
remember?
I know you.
They're friends with Monarch. You'll see them hanging out with this is back during, you see them a lot with do you know Blur? I think you might have heard of them.
No.
Basically, I know them from Monarch and I met them from them.
It is such a pleasure. Thank you so much for the raid. We are actually Mr. PorcelainMaid has asked me how deeply I feel about lore and things like that. So Joel, I'm about to show to Joel and to all of you a true reenactment. It's not a reenact, a true events that have happened to my community. So Joel, let me know when you're going to play it, and I'm going to play it at the same time.
I thought you were going to wait. Send me the link.
I just did on Discord.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
I was
we're
waiting
going to 3,
for
2,
it.
1 it. Okay.
Let me open it up. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of lore, and I guess you don't want to call it lore, but I love lore. I mean, I spend so much on my own.
It's not lore. This is our reality.
Mata,
okay,
it says lore video in the title of the video.
Shut up. Shut up.
It says it
it's
right
our
there.
reality. It's not an outfit.
Your fucking
okay?
reality
it's
is shattering for yourself.
Gear.
It's right there.
It's
Lore doesn't mean
Stop.
it's fake, woman. Lore means like the lore of the world. There's Earth lore. It's real. That's a thing.
Okay. Tell me when you're 3, 2, 1ing it.
Okay, let me get it. I have to get it up on screen.
Okay.
And filters. I have to take off the crop. There we go. Okay. We can do 3, 2, 1, and then hit play.
Okay.
I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller then.
I'm still showing my feet and your feet.
You should stop that because I hate that.
Oh, really?
I don't hate it. It doesn't like.
Okay. I'll stop after.
Okay.
Thank you again, Alexandria, for the raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. Please sit back and enjoy the horrors of our reality.
3, 2, 1, play.
This should. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I'm the reactor.
Hmm.
The 3D model.
Probably Mo worked on those.
Oh my god.
This is like peak first impression. I love it.
It's so cute. Oh my god. I love it. So goofy. I love the 3D models so much. I can't hold it in when I look at them. Oh,
do you recognize the StarCraft loading screen?
I no, but it reminded me of I've never played StarCraft. It reminded me of like old RTS games like Red Alert when I played it.
Look up StarCraft like mission screen after.
They're so silly. Goofy the anime ass fucking swirl glasses. He's got the "Where's my wife" fit on.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
No, it's okay. You can talk. I'm enjoying the lore video. I'm watching.
Oh, it's great. Oh, it only gets better. You mean the story of our...
If you correct me one more time, I'm gonna go crazy. I swear to God.
I'll be quiet. Do 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 do. Sometimes people would tune in and be like, "What are they talking about?" Or like, "What's the story?" People go, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, the baby fell. Can Momos get 6-packs?
Hey, yeah. Yes, they can actually. We have strong Mo.
Oh, they're so cute.
I'm glad you like it because I know you're very artsy, so you enjoying this is very important.
I mean, I love mascot characters. No, you baked them into cookies! You evil motherfucker! If a Momo wears pants,
do you see it?
I did see the baby.
Oh, okay. I'll be quiet. This is the good part. That's Octopimp.
Is it Octo?
Yeah.
He was here earlier. He was like my 2 favorite people.
How did Evil Momo afford a Gundam? It must have been Mr. Bite.
How did you afford all the Momos in the underground city?
Oh, Momopolis?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, you can't ask a question and then respond with another, don't worry about it. Wait, does that mean, is this canonical? Does every Momo have their own phone?
Yeah.
Do they have jobs? Do you send
Yeah.
them, like, how do they get money?
Yeah. We have a whole economy.
But you use, like, Canadian money?
Okay, wait, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up, shut up.
He's loafing.
Shut up.
This devastation rends my heart and awakens my fury. I think of my sweet moments, of our friends at Bishojo, and how far out of reach victory is. For now, our duty is clear. When our enemy comes back, we must face them head on. Together. Our journey to victory will require persistent effort from us.
So who's
all.
voicing you?
I am ready to lead by example, but you must follow me, Momo. Promise me, if I jump, that you'll catch me. And I will not fail you.
Year 0, year 1. I hate you. What is this? Imagine coming to Earth and then being like, all right, this is year 0 now, everybody. Fuck all your other shit. That's so good, dude. That's so good.
So now answer
Oh
me
my
this
God.
question. How do you think I feel about world building?
Hopefully, really well.
Oh.
Okay, so I love that. That's so cute. That's so cute.
Thank you.
I like that you added them, your Momos in too. Because originally my lore video didn't have chat in it. They're only getting introduced like soon. So whenever I do lore, it's always something related to like not me personally. I have to explain everything, but let me talk about your lore video a little bit first, because it's so cute, dude. The little fucking the Momo with the hat on instantly makes him like 10 times cuter because of his little fucking little captain's hat. That's so adorable.
Commander Momo.
I love Commander Momo. He's my favorite. So, and then evil Momo, right?
Yeah.
So what's going on with him? What's he
We don't
angry
know.
about?
I don't know, but we recently found out that he's actually been present from the start. I didn't even realize because the Momos were so good at hiding it from me.
You know what?
He
I think
ruined
this is like
our-
the mom paradox, where maybe you were too nice to him, and then he became angry and evil because you didn't give him enough space growing up.
Or enough attention.
Either that or the other way around. Maybe too much attention. Now he wants space, and now he's making everyone else get space.
In last winter, we went on a date, the Momos and I didn't realize actually, but evil Momo was present there. But the Momos shielded me from that.
Oh,
He's
is
been
he in the
present for a
video?
long
Can people
time.
go and point it out?
Yep.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I didn't
I love
realize
that.
it until I went back and looked at it again. That evil Momo was actually there the whole time.
I love that so much.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing stuff like that. I also have it, you know, not a breaking immersion, but I also have something like that where in my videos, there's always a omnipresent thing that people might not have taken notice to. And it's one of my favorite things to do when producing these kinds of videos. I don't know if you've seen mine. In mine,
Show me. Let's watch it.
do you want to? I can pull it up.
Yeah, link it.
I have a couple at this point. But I'm on my VOD's channel. Whoops, wrong channel.
Oops.
I have to sign out. So in mine, it's not about me per se. At least I'm not supposedly the focus of a lot of my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here. I'm still laughing at the 3D models. Do you have the artist? Was the 3D model artist somebody completely different from everything else?
Yes, actually, it was Rombly Mo. They did the background. I had a background artist make the background, but then Rombly Mo did all the 3D parts and the Momos. But I did give them like specific.
Was it all one animator throughout the video too for the 2D elements?
So 2 background artists, 4 animators, 1 storyboarder, 1 1 sound effects person. So it was like 8 people on the team to make it.
Dude,
happen.
that's amazing.
It was a
love
lot.
the animation was incredibly smooth, and I love how like cute the Momos were when they were bouncing around. I don't know if they take aversion to being called cute. They're adorable.
No,
that
they
was
like
so
it.
it was so cute.
But you can definitely tell if you're looking in where like there's definitely, you can tell that it's several animators that worked on it because
Yeah,
their styles
I could tell
are a
the
little
art style changed occasionally. It wasn't horribly noticeable. Like it
But I
blended
like
in really
it,
smoothly.
Right? I like the idea that we're creating jobs for several people, right?
Yeah, it's like an animation compilation.
Yeah.
I really
All right,
liked
tell me
it.
when you're ready.
Wait,
Oh,
give me
sorry.
a second. I want to talk about yours more still.
Please.
I also didn't know that the Momos could loaf like a cat. So when you picked up the semi like hurt Momo on the ground, and he just was loafed with his ass cheeks out. Oh my
Actually,
god.
You've been friends with me on Discord for how long?
I think we became friends. I think like maybe 2 weeks after your debut.
That's been my Discord profile picture since my debut.
Has it all been the Momo and loaf?
Yep, it's Baby Momo.
I
From
thought
the
it was a
beginning.
little worm.
It's Baby Mo. The worm is Baby Momo.
It's
Have
so
you ever
cute.
seen Digimon?
I have. Is
So
it
you
like
know when
the
they
first
get
stage?
hurt? Yeah. So Baby Momo had been my profile picture since the beginning.
I've said this. Your profile picture's so cute.
Mhm.
I
It's
really
Baby
like it.
Momo. It's my baby.
It's
Baby
just a
Momo.
little fucking guy.
Yeah, it's Baby Momo. And now you've officially canonically seen Baby Momo.
And you put it into the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think I'm still questioning the economy of Momopolis.
I mean, look how many Momos there are. They could all be working jobs. They work at Momo Mart. They work at, all these other places. Of course they have money.
Are there farmer Momos? Is this just a fully
course.
self-sustaining economy under the ground of
course.
Earth?
And this is the good thing about being under me is like sometimes you have to pay money to the church and you have to pay money to the state.
There's a
I am
church.
both. I am both the church and the state, so you actually save money on your taxes by paying both to me.
Does that mean there's a Momo IRS?
Yeah, probably.
That's disgusting.
It is what it is.
You should eat those Momos first.
Shop smart. Shop Momo Mart.
That's the reason why I do 10-hour streams, by the way, chat. That's her fault. Bite, thank you for the 20
Why?
gifted. Because you called me a pussy for doing like 5-hour streams.
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
No, I took it personally. It was an attack on my personage, and I immediately started doing 10-hour streams, and I haven't stopped since.
Isn't it addictive? Isn't it the best?
Joel, she enslaves us. There is no money.
Okay, well, that could
Hey,
be true.
I'm getting conflicting information from your Momos.
Joel, do you watch my streams? Or do
Yes.
you watch the Momo streams? Who would give you the truth?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
The Momos?
The Momos would lie to you.
Would they? Momos, would you lie to me? Do not
They
believe
would.
her eyes. Real eyes. Real eyes. Real eyes.
Realize. Let's watch your lore video. I'm like really excited for it now.
Okay. I have 3 lore videos, and then I have a canon mainline lore video that happens every so often. But we can just watch this, and I can shut up, and then you can ask me questions afterwards.
All right. Well, 3, 2, 1 it.
Yeah. Let me put it up on my screen now, and then I can 3, 2, 1 it. There we go. Okay. I'll let you do the 3, 2, 1 because you're the main one watching it this time.
3, 2, 1, go.
So you don't have to worry about talking. There's no audio like talking in my videos.
Ooh. I like the little flower. Good music. That corset though, ooh.
Dude, it's tight. It's really tight. Good thing I don't have lungs.
Mm-hmm. Damn, girl. The music is really nice too. Oh, it's so catchy. I like how you're looking at a picture of yourself.
Well, technically, it's not me. I'm just really surprised that this still kind of holds up because this is like 4 years ago at this point. Before it was like the artists were readily available for lore videos.
But I also think that because you were already an artist, you had a vision for this in a way that other people didn't.
Kinda. It was
Like this was already a skill that you had developed.
Yeah, I had to write everything down basically.
Who's the guy?
What, the one in the pic? I don't fucking know. What are you asking me for? That's not me in the picture in the first place. That's the doll.
What? Why did you add somebody?
What do you mean?
In there, if you don't know who it is?
Well, it's not my doll body. I didn't make this thing. I'm the one who died, bro.
I miss you dying though. Hold on, let me go back to the video at 20 seconds. Okay, let me go back to 20 seconds.
Okay.
I missed you dying completely.
Well, I don't know if I died. I'm just assuming that I died.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes more sense because you're walking down a hallway.
Yeah.
And then you just close your eyes and open your eyes. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I remember was I went down a hallway or like a little alleyway, and then I just blacked out.
Interesting. Wow. Okay.
I just kind of went with it, dude.
I hope one day you can find out.
Nah,
what
I don't give a
happened
shit.
there. You're like, I love having porcelain breasts.
Dude, this is way cooler. Are you kidding me? I don't have to go to the bathroom at all. I'm made out of porcelain. This is peak.
What else are like the top things about being porcelain?
I don't feel as tired as much. because I don't have internal organs. You gotta admit, dude, not having
that.
internal organs is like a #1 thing for me. But for the most part, I just kind of, according to the video, I blacked out, woke up, and then I just kind of went with it. Went back to my house, stole my computer, and then moved in.
Yeah,
Everything
you're like,
else
okay,
is what
wow.
was there previously.
That is fun. I like how you just like woke up in a mansion and you're like, I'm not gonna chill here. I'm gonna go to my old grimy little apartment, take my computer. Yeah.
Well, it explains more in a future lore videos, but like the idea is that I was kind of like nothing. Like I didn't have any inspiration. I was just kind of drifting about, grifting in life, doing nothing, and then becoming, you know, a doll, getting through all this and it gives me like inspiration to do cooler things and live a better life.
I like that.
But everything about the doll is not me. And I made it really, I tried to really hone in on that. Like, I am not the doll. I am not whatever previous owner was.
Yeah.
Everything in there is the mystery. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I'm not, it's two different characters. So I'm just some fucking asshole that's in here.
Wow.
Like, this is not my original body. I just kind of took it over. Whoever this was personally had a way more interesting lore and different personality to everything else.
Oh, look at her breasts.
What are you doing?
I'm comparing sizes.
What is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
I'm comparing breast sizes, girl.
I was giving a deep, like, thorough analysis of my own lore, and you're staring at my fucking chest.
I'm staring at my chest too.
That doesn't make it better. Bugs only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting.
Oh my god. Well, anyways, the idea is that I am a different character. I am not as important to the lore. And I really, when I was making it, I didn't want to. Hello?
Yeah, I'm big.
Hello?
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm
I didn't want to make the I didn't want to make the lore, you know, like, haha, I'm this cool thing, because I'm not. I'm just some dude. I enjoy doing art, and I like streaming, and I like having a community built around that. It kind of like shows how I went from a drab, kind of boring life to something a little bit more interesting. But I'm not the interesting thing itself. I'm somebody else being thrust into an interesting position. The doll itself has its own thing.
The body of a doll with gigantic humongous.
Are you still looking at my chest?
No.
I'm opening up your stream. Mata! There's a delay. You can't hide it, asshole. There's a delay in what you're doing. But again, like in future videos, I can show you a sneak peek if you want. In future stuff, it focuses more on the doll, because I myself am not the main focus of the lore, because I have no lore. It's the character that has the lore. Here, let me show you something, like an idea behind it. My future lore videos, part 2, is all about the doll itself and not me. I'm opening up your stream. You went back to the tits, didn't you? I can tell. I can fucking tell. I'm turning off my physics too. You're making me self-conscious now.
No, okay. I'm done now. Would you like to go back to the feet?
No. Jesus Christ.
You know what's so funny? Like, this is such a great fun time, and like obviously we're comfy with each other. But if I was corpo still, people would be like, MataraKan making PorcelainMaid uncomfortable. She's sexually harassing him tonight.
Women. All they want is one thing.
And their feminine urges.
Okay, that.
All they want to do is jiggle their big breasts.
All right,
and compare their 3 sizes.
Let me show you the next lore video's screenshots. So you asked about who the kid was, who the guy was, right? Did you notice anything else in the video that you saw?
I noticed there was a kid in the picture that I didn't know.
Did you notice anything else?
That there was a missing person poster, so it makes me wonder, because it almost seemed like you woke up in a medical facility.
Did you notice anything else?
Clearly not. What was it?
Look, skim through the video again. See if you see anything.
Can you tell me?
No.
Please?
Because I don't know what it is. Hey, can you look at my stream real quick, Mata? And look at my background.
Oh, well, I said that you woke up in the mansion.
No, look at my background.
On the rock in the mansion. Yeah. I said that. Oh, I see. I did not notice them.
You notice who? Chat?
Yeah, exactly. I definitely didn't notice dark chat.
Dark chat?
Who's dark chat? I've never heard of dark chat.
What are you
Yeah.
talking
Okay,
about?
I definitely did not notice that.
For the most part, it's just this. I was just asking you to look at the because you didn't seem to mention the background at all.
Yeah. The mansion. Yeah. I definitely did not. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But here, I sent it to you. I don't know if you saw it. Did I click enter? I didn't click enter. I did click enter. But again, this next one is completely not about me at all. Like I'm not even in the video.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah,
when it comes out.
I'm really excited too. I wanted to redo this lore video. I'm actually not super happy with it. Like it still holds up well, but I feel like
really well.
I feel like I could do better. And I wanted to do better. I actually have a friend. I have some friends. I have some connections that I pulled to be able to contact the people that made Castlevania. And I wanted to. No, don't get excited. I wanted to commission them. I asked for a price quote, and for
it's probably like 40 grand, 30.
That's what I thought too. I asked for a price quote for an animated 3-minute video. It was $140,000. So that's not happening. If it was 40 grand, I wouldn't have mind spending it on it. I would have saved up.
Now that I've hired 4 animators, 2 background artists, and a storyboarder and all that stuff. Yeah, I can imagine. 5 figures is very normal for lore videos.
Yeah, I really wanted to. Here's the thing. Getting lore videos is really hard because you have to find an artist that's willing to spend the next, 6 months working on 80 panels or so. And the one that I just showed you is another 80 panel, you can see it in our DMs. It's 80 panels again. I have other lore videos, though. I have 3 other lore videos. None of them are canonical except for maybe the bikini one. All the rest of them are just kind of like, oh, this is cute. This is for chat. This is a sweet little thing. This is an alt universe thing. This one is my next main one. But I want to redo the first one because there's some things I don't like in it.
I mean, you could if you wanted to. 4 years ago is a long time, but I really do think your video holds up and it looks great.
I like it. It's a good video. I just think maybe at some point in the future I could make it animated, which is something that I really want to do.
I'm excited for you. So you said your birthday, you're doing a subathon. Tell me more about that.
Oh, dude. So I haven't planned much out yet. I still have 2 sub goals that I need to finish before the end of the month. So I have a sock puppet sub goal. I did one a while ago where I made a sock puppet of me and Giga, and we both voice acted our sock puppets under a hand cam. That was really fun. I have to do that again. I have to make another sock puppet because the Giga puppet's not doing too hot. I think she's I don't know if she's depressed, but she's kind of slumped over right now. And then my puppet, well, her sock puppet is slumping a lot, and the hair kind of detached, so she's balding.
Hey, don't blame Giga for balding.
My sock puppet,
alopecia, the ponytail stuff, yeah.
And my sock puppet's bonnet fell off, so that basically means that I'm bald because I cannot go a day without my bonnet, or else I'll look like a freak.
You kind of have the same thing as me, where it's with my previous hairstyle, I just kind of look like an egg. And I think you're gonna have this. You're gonna look like
my silhouette. Here's the thing: as a character designer, because that's my big thing. If I don't have my bonnet on, I look like a penis. It's not. I can't sugarcoat it. Is that what you're trying to say without being too rude?
Well, I say egg, but basically my chibi model actually really looks like a penis. Yeah, from the back of it really looks like a penis.
Yeah, it's not the best.
But I love the look of it. Well, I want to be careful with what I say there. I love the look of it.
Yeah.
I was gonna be, but I love it. But I do. I think it's funky. I think it's fun.
But that was one of the sub goals. The other sub goal is that I have to bring my rigger and my artist dad on stream together.
Oh, tell me about that.
So my artist is Dokudo Deluxe. They're a amazing artist. This was actually the first model that they ever made for me.
Wow.
And in general, this was their first model ever. They're really cool. Here's the thing about both my parents. So originally, I don't know if you've ever seen my original design for the doll.
Show me.
I was not this. It was different. It was very different. Here, let me pull it up for you.
I do have hand cream on my hand, so give me a second.
No,
I'm like
that's
secretly
fine.
putting hand cream under the table.
I was flat-chested and more androgynous. I had
Oh, I
white
see
hair,
that.
white skin, and I had more rips everywhere. And I kind of want to
Yeah,
go
you
back
look
to
a
that.
little bit more like a ghostly maid, to be honest.
I want to go back
Yeah.
to that more. So whenever I get a 2.0 model, we're going to revamp the colors, and I'm also getting rid of these fucking tits. I never was supposed to have these, just so you know. I asked for a C cup because I wanted to look a little bit more androgynous
that's
looking.
not a C cup,
Sorry,
my angel.
like a B or a C cup. And
Yeah,
what
that is
happened
not a B.
was my artist and my rigger worked together to make this happen. And I
Okay,
was
just
just
so
like,
we are
okay,
clear.
fine.
This is one of those same things as like, you know how we say like women don't know what 6 feet or 6 inches is because men always lie. Women always lie about breast size. If you think that's a B or a C cup, baby, women are lying about their breast sizes.
I didn't. I know what a C cup and B cup is. This is like a double
Oh.
D or an E.
That is like an E. That's not even double D, baby.
I said E. I think you're. Don't
Wow,
exaggerate too hard.
How do you know what
Artist.
breast cups are?
Artist.
Yeah.
I draw
He's
mainly women character designs.
Oh yeah, he's doing it artistically. He artistically knows the size of women's breasts.
Dude, you're like my mom whenever I show her my anatomy books. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, why do you have these anatomy books? Why are they full of naked women? What are you doing with these anatomy books, huh? Mom, please get out of my room. I'm trying to draw.
I'm trying to draw my little naked women. Sure.
When they were making the model, my artist was colorblind, which is why these colors are a little bit different. But I honestly don't mind that because I think they look nice.
Are they not colorblind anymore?
They're colorblind with red. They still are. But that's why my
I'm
colors
sorry,
are
that was a
different.
joke. It wasn't very funny, my joke, but yeah.
Oh, you're colorblind? How many fingers am I holding up?
Why did you leave,
Oh,
Joel?
I didn't leave. You just disappeared.
You did. Oh, you left. You left me.
Mata, I'm the one hosting the room, so that means you have to join. That was your thing broke.
Connection to Steam servers failed.
Steam! Oh my god! It's not Tuesday! Steam!
Joel, come back.
I think
Joel.
Steam is cucking us.
Joel, come back. Joel, I'll change. I'm sorry for saying that you know. I'm sorry for insinuating that you see female breasts outside of an art perspective. I'm so sorry, Joel. Please come back.
I'd rather you apologize for showing my fucking feet and my chest on stream.
Joel, I'm sorry you have such a large chest and I wanted to compare. I'm sorry that it brought out
Okay.
my feminine urge to compare our big breasts.
All right.
Joel, I'm sorry that you have such cute, dainty feet that I had to show them on my stream so we
Don't
can
call
compare
them cute
dainty
and
stream.
dainty!
I'm sorry, Joel, that you know, the Mary Janes, I had to show them off.
I'm frog blinking in anger.
You're like,
Let me see. Okay, Steam's back up. You can join in again. I have to remake the password. Hold on.
oh,
But-
do you?
Yeah. I'm gonna use the same password. But again, I was supposed to be more androgynous looking, is what I'm trying to say. I wasn't supposed to be as busty as apparently that I am now. Which
But does
it's not.
busted make you feel good?
I actually prefer looking androgynous. I actually would prefer looking more androgynous than having this.
I think it would help out. Well, actually, I say this, but no, I think you look great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying this is bad, and if for when I get a 2.0, I'll still have a toggle to make the chest large or change the colors back to this color set. But I would like to be a little bit more on the I am a doll, I am androgynous. There is no specific, like set, like super busty doll thing. I think it'd be cool. That's it. I like both. I'm waiting for your model to load back in.
Yeah, yours is loaded, but I can't.
Well,
I can't
there you
place
are.
you.
I can tell because the screen froze. There you are. Yay, she's back.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Cluseller has absolutely made me gigantic. I love my mama, but Cluseller did make me gigantic.
Did you have an original size that you wanted?
I just know that I'm very gigantic when I load in.
Oh, you meant the model. I thought you were still talking about chests. Let me move
Oh,
you up.
actually, I did find out. So my comfy winter outfit, I thought that my rigger made my breast that big, but then when we compared them, it was actually it was both. It was both Cluseller, my mama, and the rigger that made the breast that big, Kevin. And I had to actually, like, I've gone to a point where now I have to tell my mama, Cluseller, aishiteru, but I have to tell them like, hey, same body. And Cluseller's like, okay, I understand, but listen, new body every time. I'm like, no, same body.
Oh, you don't have a nude base?
Booba. Cluseller just likes drawing me from the scratch every time.
Oh, my artist hates that.
Me, I don't get it. I'm like, I don't understand. I want the same body all the time, like a real woman. I know I'm a cockroach, but like I want to be kind of like a real woman.
Well, sometimes artists, when they change, they like people are constantly growing, so they constantly grow their art style. So they'd want to like draw in a new art style because that means they update.
So now my breasts are smaller than my original design.
Dude, congrats.
Thank you. Finally, it took so much, and then it even took like, and God bless Iron Verdicts when they were rigging me like, so Mata, just so you are aware, your breasts now are different, and I had to go back to Clue and be like, Cluseller, please.
At least
Cluseller
yours
was
aren't
like,
perverts. Fucking Brian, I'm looking at Brian, Sui, Dokudo, whores, both of you, strumpets. Oh, never mind. Are yours bad?
Well, no. Enma is amazing, and so is Soy.
Are
Iron
they pure?
Verdicts
Oh no,
like
Soy is also a pervert. No. Soy is a pervert.
She is, but in a good way.
Auntie is a little freak.
She is, but like I said, now that I know, I didn't understand why my breast got so big. But it was Cluseller who changed. He made my breast bigger.
Mm-hmm. You guys
He's
might
just
be like, well, how would you guys
every
not
time.
know that they made them bigger? We don't, okay? We have to
we
look
don't.
through whips all the time, and then we don't see
You
it until
have
the
to-
end, and then you can't
you
be
have
like,
to
fuck you, change
understand
it.
when you see the whole everything, you don't really understand that they got bigger because you're like, oh, it looks the same. And you know what's crazy? In the same stuff, if I take all the clothes off and I'm in my bra, they're bigger.
Yeah.
They actually, if I take all the clothes off and I'm just in my bra, they sag a little bit and they're bigger. And I'm like, you snuck that in. You snuck in.
Every
that
time
they're
I get
bigger.
a new model,
And I
my
take my
artist
clothes
makes
off.
them bigger too. He does it on purpose when I'm not looking. I didn't realize it with my nun model. When I got a Halloween model last year, he made them bigger. Same with my bikini model. On the bikini,
Okay.
I actually had to stare at him and be like, change it back. Because I saw him making it bigger. Because now what I do is I get into a call with him and watch him work. I'm breathing down his neck when he works on the chest to make sure he doesn't make it big.
You know, I have actually a really funny gossip that I will share with you because I've drank a glass and a half of wine and I haven't been drinking all of October. So this is like my hee. So I did a karaoke in Japan and I had invited a bunch, like Iron Verdicts was there, Twin Tails, My Mama, Mint's New Mama, Sit Snap came, like it was a lot of like people that are kind of my Japan pals, but also like Japan kind of sort of in the same industry, right? Where it's like, it's kind of friends, but it's also kind of industry. And when I first walked in, I was like, who is that handsome man in the corner? Like, what is going on? It was Cluseller. And I already told this to chat. I was to Momos. I'm sorry for calling you chat. And Mint's mama told me, she's like, because after a week ago or a week later, we went to Disney and she was like, Matara, can you answer me a serious question? And I said, of course. She goes, did you hire Cluseller? Because they're ikemen, which means beautiful, beautiful man. And I said, what? No, you're crazy. I had no idea what my mama looked like. Whoa, like I hired my mama because they are a pervert and they draw sexy, naked monster women so good. I had no idea my mama was also an attractive man. Are you kidding me? If I knew that, I would not have hired them.
Why would you not hire them because of that?
Because the whole night, I don't speak Japanese. They don't speak English. They would sometimes come up to try and talk to me, and I'd be like, I'd be like, kanpai. And then I'd be like, you have fun? Yeah, yatta, yippee. And then I'd leave. I was too embarrassed. I couldn't talk to them.
That's so cute.
I was too embarrassed. I was like, I cannot have a working relationship with this person.
Oh my God.
This is crazy.
I love that.
I just kept leaving. And
you were just like too shy? Or...
I was. Thank God they don't speak any English and I don't speak any Japanese because I was like, yatta! I'd be like, fun, huh? Yatta! Party time! Yippee!
That's so cute, dude. I actually was originally going with a different person. Me and Zen were actually gonna have the same model artist.
Zen's.
Well, unfortunately, the model artist that both me and Zen commissioned bailed out on both of us.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. The model artist was one of my friends too, and I still consider them a friend. They just like had their own issues happening, but this is what the art. This is what I was originally gonna look like, and I can show this to you. And it's very. I don't want. It's not me. It's not a good representation of me, but it's interesting just to see what I would have looked like with the with this old styled model, rather than what I have now. Let me grab this picture. Where is it? It's in my Live 2D folder. It's really different. Here, there it is. Found it.
You know who calls us Momos? Evil Momo. He doesn't call us chat. I'm sorry. Oh.
You can see how different it is.
I like it.
It's more
creepy.
Yes, it's more doll-like than what I am now. Here, chat.
I think the creepiness works with your monotoneness.
It does, but I also don't like it because it's too cutesy.
Oh.
It's creepy, but it's too cute.
Please, everybody, stop supporting Evil Momo. Can I show this on stream, by the way?
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
Please stop supporting Evil Momo. They're all getting excited about supporting Evil Momo. Please, stop. Stop. I beg you. Joel, they're trying to revolutionize.
It happens all the time. My chat tries to unionize. It's basically the same thing.
Come on. Come on. Please don't do this.
Just union bust them. Or I guess revolution bust them.
Busting makes me feel good.
I normally try to, whenever I see a union happening or trying to form around my chat, I usually will like throw a little bit of like breadcrumbs and chicken nuggets on the ground, and then they start scattering immediately.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, food.
Yep, the easiest way to do it.
I really like the red hot eyes and the white skin so much, but I also have red hot eyes and white skin, so maybe that's why.
I wonder why. Well, that was my original color scheme, as you can see above it. And then everything changed when the perverts attacked and made everything like fatter.
You still have like big boobs there. They're only a little bit bigger. Oh, actually, you might have the same breast size now.
Oh, well, this was used as a, you can see the feet are the same. This was used as a base for
I was
when
gonna say,
Goku made it.
Have the same breast size.
It was used as a base. That's why. That's one of the reasons. It's actually still technically bigger.
They're like very similar. It's not that different.
But you look at the original design rep that I made.
Yeah.
Either way, I really like making character designs now. I've been pumping out babies. I've been making a lot of VTuber babies lately.
Show me a few of your babies. Have you gotten new babies since we talked?
I did. I got a new kid. Their name is Helena. They're a Welsh woman, and they're a faux dragon. So they're like an olm. I don't know if you know what an olm is. Do you know what an axolotl is?
Oh. Yeah.
Imagine an axolotl elongated and blind. Oh, did I? Okay, then no. That was the last one that I made.
That was months ago, though, right?
It took me a while to finish it up.
Ooh.
Did I show you the finished version of it?
Please do. Can I show this on stream? Is this okay to show?
Yeah, it's their PNG tuber. Here, let me grab it. So sometimes I'll do VTuber design giveaways, right? So I'll make the design on stream, do the giveaway on stream, and then basically what happens to the winner is I will pull them into a call. I'll give them a giant list of how to become a streamer, of what to do, what you should do, do's and don'ts, how to start streaming, how to grow, and then I'll send them money for a microphone if they have a shitty microphone, and then I'll buy them a PNG tuber model. So
you are so cool.
Well, this is my third time doing it. I don't have enough money to do like to give them like a full model, so I just give them the PNG tuber and like enough money for a mic to get them started.
That is still so cool of you. What the hell?
Well, it's a good way for me to like force myself back into art and enjoy myself a little bit more again, because I kind of fell out of art when I first debuted this model. I kind of fell out of doing art streams because I didn't want to be stuck into one thing, because before this I never did any game streams. Now I only do game streams and do art streams occasionally. Where's this picture? There it is. I found it. This is them.
That is so cool of you.
That's the talking version of their PNG tuber. I definitely sent you this. I feel like
no, this is like way. If you did, it was way less like wow. This looks great.
Well, the one I showed you was my art. This one is Parasitic Bun. This is one of my favorite artists. That's Helena. They're a funny
Wow.
Welsh woman named Warrior Helena as their Twitch name. That's it. No underscores.
Wow.
So the idea behind it when I was designing it was take an Olm and then I cut it up 2 other character traits. So the other character trait was coral and then wisteria flowers. So they're blind, which is why they don't have any like color in the iris. That's the only way to show it. And they're kind of like a faux dragon. So because they don't have any scales, because Olms are these pathetic little creatures, they grafted coral onto their body to act as a pseudo scale. And that's kind of the idea I went with. Dude, I like doing
the coral
designs.
on their body is insane.
Yeah, dude. I always thought it was a really cool idea. But yeah, I really like doing character design. I don't know how much, if you've done any kind of art forms before, Mata. I feel like you might enjoy doing like working with your hands, like clay or something.
So, okay, this is going to be like a little bit of a full disclosure. I grew up not thinking that I was creative because I always thought that creativity was singing or art or anything like that until I realized that like improv is a form of creativity.
Yeah.
And like I'm an okay writer. I'd like to think I'm not the best writer, but I'm an okay story writer, and I'm an
We'll
okay
see how it goes when we get more of evil Momo.
and this is why I'm also so grateful for what I have right now, is that I am able to actually exercise that creativity. But I'm also very highly aware that I am not the most creative writer and I'm not the most creative person. So I'll start something and then I'll kind of get people adding onto it who are more talented than me, have less resources than me, so I can support them.
You don't need to be the best in your field to make something good.
Yeah.
Something
but
worth it.
I actually realize like I don't think my ideas are the most unique, but I also don't think most people, like nothing is really that unique. Exactly. Nothing is really that unique. And once I realized that, I'm like, oh, actually my ideas are pretty unique because I steal from things that I saw like 20 years ago or 15 years ago or things like that. But yeah, so now I'm kind of in this place where I'm realizing that, hey, me loving improv and me loving to write and me loving to storytell is a talent that I never really knew I had. Even though I don't draw and I don't sing, I do have a little bit of talent.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. Skill level should not deter whether or not you want to do something, right? Like, if you are bad, let's say you're bad at art, but you enjoy doing art. Do you quit because you're bad? No, you quit because you don't enjoy something. If you enjoy something, there's never a real reason to quit it.
So I heard a really good quote about this when I was much, much younger. When you see the most beautiful painting in the world, there are 2 kinds of people. There are people who look at the most beautiful painting in the world and they say, this is incredible. This inspires me to paint. I'm going to paint, and maybe one day I can keep painting. And maybe one day I will get somebody to feel the way I felt about this painting.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another person who looks at this and goes, this is so beautiful. I will never paint like this. I'm never going to paint because I will never be able to recreate this.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be closer to the first person. Even if I fail, even if I never get there, I want to be closer to the first person than the second.
You're supposed to fail. You're supposed to fail. That's how you learn. Yeah. If you don't fail, that means it's the same thing with people who supposedly never think they made mistakes in their life and they've never changed as a person. You fail to grow. If you've never experienced failure or made mistakes, then you're not a good person, or you're not a person in my eyes. You're kind of like a baby. You're like a child.
You're a doll.
Okay, whoa, Jesus.
You're a man inside a doll's butt. No, I'm kidding.
That's a lot of different things. I already have to fight the government for my rights. I don't want to have to fight you too. Jesus. Anyways, but it's like I say this too with video games, right? If I quit a game, I should never quit a game because I'm not good at it. I should only quit a game if I'm not enjoying it. Your skill level should never deter your enjoyment.
Yeah, I agree.
It's one of those things with like Dark Souls too, when people quit playing Dark Souls because they're not good at it. It's like, why are you quitting if you're not good at it? You should quit only if you're not enjoying it.
Also, you're not good at it. Go explore another area. Get a better build. Get better skills, right? Like, it's the same thing. Study the monster pattern a little bit more. There's a lot of things that you can do before quitting that, maybe another thing when it comes to creative ideas, right? So it's easy for us as bigger streamers to be like, oh, I was recently helping a friend of mine who was going to have a VTuber debut. And I told him, I think a lore video is very important, but you don't need a fully animated one. Have an image and you talk about the image with a good music, right? How can you also maybe simplify your idea to its bare bones? Maybe right now your idea is just too crazy. How do you make it as simple as possible?
You can also, if you ever have something that's a little too crazy, what you can do is you can do the George Lucas way of things, where you just kind of cut it up into parts. And
can you explain that to me? I don't know.
So what George Lucas had the whole of Star Wars, and I might be just getting this wrong, but the point still stands.
I'm such a big fan of the Star Wars.
Okay, well, he had a whole story of Star Wars, and he kind of cut it into into two different parts, right? And he made he decided to put the latter half of it first, and then the beginning half of it later. And I'm probably wrong about this. People can correct me. There's always somebody that there's like some micromanagement that's wrong about it. But there's interest in it because they made like an all-encompassing story, and then the previous part of the story, the prequels, is everything before that, which is also a story leading up to the main story. So if you have a really long lore video, you can show like what I did, right? My lore video is my perspective, but there's a whole other view from the doll's perspective. Like you can do stuff like that, as well as, like you said, you don't need to pay for an animated video. Most lore videos are actually, they're not animated. Most lore videos for the last couple of years have been animatics, where it's just frame, and then you get a video editor, like for like Utaite video editors on it.
My favorite type of video is actually my beginning MataraKan debut video. I like to call it, it was not exactly a comic book, but I love that. And I love just that style of like, you're actually showing a comic.
Animatic.
I love that the most. It's my favorite, but I actually want it. So on one page, you have like several arts. That's the one I love the most. And one day I'm going to do it.
Well, animatic doesn't refer to the style. It's the style of editing. That's what it is. It's like the style of editing turned into an animation video, kind of. A lot of you find that from like a lot of Utaites and people that do meme videos, where they're like meme artists, stuff like that. It's really good. It really works well for VTubers because it's affordable and it also gets the point across, and you're able to tell stories really easily. I really like it because we just bring so many cool people together. Like we get artists, we get musicians, we get animators, we get editors together, and they all come together and make this really fucking cool video that shows off one person's personality and shines it brightly to the world before they start doing their own streams. Now, whether or not you like the lore video or what type of lore videos you like is completely different. I'm somebody that likes more stuff that's like low-key and down to earth. Other people like, I'm God, and this is my lore video of being God, and now I'm gonna go play video games. And that's cool too. That's fine as well. Man, I like VTubing. I think that's what this entire stream has ended up saying, is just I like VTubing.
I always just think streaming is so much fun. And I've actually talked about this when I was just in LA last week, and I've spoken to a lot of streamers, and I think this is something that's like more personal to us. But when you talk to other streamers, I think a lot of people will be like, how many years you got left? Like, realistically, when is it going to be done? When are you? And I'm the same. And I've explained this to people, like, you don't understand. I am an aging woman. I see old people all the time who are just alone. They have no one to talk to. Nobody cares about their stuff. I already can kind of tell with my roommates. I'm living with some roommates, and sometimes they'll be like, how's work? And I genuinely will start telling them, and their eyes kind of glaze over. Like, they care, but they don't really care about the details, you know? And then when it's on stream and they're like, how's everything? I'm like, okay, so today I went to the gym. I did my. You
kind of have people that care about like you and what you're doing all the time, because they're interested in you, not only as a person, but as a form of entertainment.
Yeah. So I genuinely believe that streaming will be a state. Of course, I might not be able to do it as seriously and give it, the amount of thought and energy that I give it now forever. I think that's normal for everybody. But I will be doing this at a certain capacity when I'm an even much older woman, because I can actually yap.
Yeah.
And then when I'm with my pals, I don't have to yap about my work, right? I actually can yap about other stuff.
And it's not like you have to like be done with it. You don't. Here's the thing: a lot of people see it as like an idle thing, where they just like wipe their hands. And they're like, "I'm done with this forever." You can always. You don't have to be done with stuff forever. If you ever get tired, you can just do it like once a week, once a month, whatever.
Yeah.
You never have to wipe your hands with something completely and be done with it for the rest of your life. It's one of the reasons I don't really like graduations. I'm not a big fan of graduations.
Okay. I've had a lot of people talk about it, and it's like, okay, but also if you don't own the IP, the only way that you can leave is by graduating.
Sorry, I mean indie graduations, like VTuber graduations where you own everything is something I don't really like. Just because it's like because it's the idea of just being done with something for when you don't have to just be completely, because you'll see people graduate as an indie VTuber and then it's like, you don't like, and then they start tweeting out like, oh, I miss streaming. You don't need to, you can just come back. You don't have to like be done with, again, you don't have to be done with something for the rest of your life and just kind of like cut off yourself from the internet. You can just do something else. Like you can just stream as something else. You can just like do it once every month or something.
A little bit of a playing devil's advocate, because I have been on the other side of it. Sometimes you're not sure about the legalities of doing that, and you are told that you have to quit everything.
I think, yeah, again, I'm not speaking on that part.
For the rules, then you do that. And some people truly do see it as like, okay, I'll try again. I'll do a clean slate. That's why I want to be very careful with this. And I'm just telling you this honestly. You did nothing wrong, but I have sometimes heard people have these like very strong opinions about graduation, and I'm here being like, you fucking know nothing. You haven't been on the other fucking side. Shut the fuck. You know, like I actually genuinely get a little bit like, fuck off.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
know?
I'm
It's so
only
easy
talking
to
about
say.
like non-corporate grad. Like if I were to graduate, I own everything I have. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I would never want that to happen if you own
Why
everything.
aren't you allowed to have a new fresh start, fresh page, fresh everything? If you're like, you know what, I'm doing this.
I think it's fine, but from my perspective, it's just like, it just seems so unnecessary. Like you don't need to do all of that. Like you have everything, and you still have that, unless you like hate your. I don't want to say it. I'm being exaggerative here. If you're somebody you don't like your fan base, right? Then you want a new one,
and you want to start something dramatic and theatrical, right? I think closing a full chapter could be the same thing as like having a really dramatic debut or having a really dramatic thing. Some people are just theatrical like that.
I guess, yeah. It's yeah. I mean, it's definitely something where it's like person to person basis.
Yeah.
Like I understand why corpors do it, but if an indie person does it, I'm not hating on them. It always feels weird.
I just feel like it's so easy for folks to be like, oh, these graduate. And I'm like, you don't know the details. You just kind of like, I'm not saying you're doing this, but it is definitely something that like hits a sore spot for me, because I've heard it so much. And every time I'm like, just let people be. Let people do their stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's just something how I feel about like a personal thing. It's not, I'm not going to like go out of my way to fuck up somebody. I'm not going to go start a fight with somebody because they're like deciding to be done, wipe their hands with VTubing. That'd be so silly. Like, why would you fight somebody on their way out? That just seems like a dumb thing to do.
I do think stuff is changing a lot. Like even in the last few years in VTubing, there's a lot of rules and restrictions that seem different with corpo than they ever have before, right?
Oh, I know nothing about corporate anything. I don't even want knowledge of that kind of side of things.
I think even just watching stuff, you're kind of noticing a lot of differences, and that's kind of what it is. Everything changes.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just, I mean, I think it's because I've been here before corporate. I was a VTuber before corporate stuff ever existed. So my perspective is more skewed because I was like,
corporate stuff's been around for like 7 years plus.
Yeah.
In JP.
Yeah.
You've been a VTuber for longer than 7 years?
Yeah, around 7 years.
Like Kizuna AI was like 2016, no?
Yeah, I was around 2017, 2018. Probably 2017. Because I started streaming 2016, and then a year later, I became a VTuber.
But I do mean like corporate VTubing has been around for a really, really long time.
They weren't as big as what stuff is now, is what I'm saying. There wasn't a culture around it and like everyone became a VTuber like that. Back then, it was just like, at least from what I saw, indie VTuber scene back then was a couple of artists found this program called VRoid. and face rig and stuff like that, and then they started making stuff for it and using it to promote their own
good old
art.
face rig.
It was used for like OCs. It was used to promote art. It was used to promote creativity, and it was never anything taken so seriously where it turned into like a big like culture shock kind of around it, where like a culture grew around that kind of thing, and people kind of was like, this is a one and done thing. You get into it, and if you want to end it, you get out of it. You don't actually use it anymore. You don't do anything similar to it anymore.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
So what I'm saying is that I don't, the thing that I'm saying, what I'm trying to get across is that I don't like the idea of finality for a lot of people, because they feel like they're forced into making things like this final thing when they don't need to. Like, you can always come back to it. You can always pick up some random other thing. You can just switch off. You can change where your character is. It's what I don't like is when somebody graduates and they, again, just to clarify, they're not corpo. They own everything they have, and they're just like, yeah, I'm just done. I don't like any of this. If they don't like it, that's fine. I'm saying, like, they're kind of treating it like a hiatus is what I mean, rather than a graduation, rather than being like, all right, guys, I'm retiring. They'll like treat it as a hiatus. They'll say they're graduating and they put the model down, but then they go do other stuff, and they're like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm kind of I'm like,
yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'm also not understanding it correctly, because my first thought is like, what if they need to have cancer treatment? What if they need to like do something? What if their family member died and they're like, I cannot do VTubing?
yeah, and that's
And
a
I cannot
hiatus.
tell my audience. Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't
I
graduate
really
for that.
disagree.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know
Maybe
how to
they're like,
explain.
I am done with this part of my. Okay, here.
That's
let
it.
me give you an
My chat
example.
explained it. I don't like the nuke it all option. I don't like that kind of thing. That's something that I've never liked. Because if you
See,
nuke it
this
all,
is
it's like you
where-
don't need to. You can just come back later.
But I've been that way before, where I've had parts in my life where I was like, I am done with this hair color forever. This hair color was this part of my life. This video game was this part of my life. I am, see, like, as somebody who is that kind of person, I need a final chapter, because then I can tell that was my final chapter of that part of my life. I'm done with that part of my life. That was good and it hurt and it did this. So like, to me, I get it completely. I want to
yeah.
press the big red button, because to me, I'm like, that stuff sucked. I give this example. Hades 1, amazing game. I can never play it again, because when I think about Hades 1, I think about COVID, and I think about how miserable and unhappy I was at that part of my life, and I think about playing that game every day. I never want to play that game again. If I had a red nuke button on Hades, I would press it.
Okay, I'm starting to
that
get
kind
what
of
you
like
mean.
explain
no,
it a little
no,
bit? Like,
I get your side of
you
things.
know?
You
So
want
I can kind of
finality to it to
understand.
move on. You
Yeah.
want closure.
So that's why, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from, where I kind of feel like I understand if people are like, I am done with this character forever. Maybe that character happened when I'm sorry, I'm going to be like very dramatic with my example. Their dog died. Their mom died. They got a big disease. Everything was bad in their life. And they just, every time they look at that character, it brings back that pain in their life. So they're like, they don't have to graduate. They don't have to do this. But they're like, I want this character gone forever. I want this dead forever. I'm done. I'll start anew. I don't care if I'm starting from scratch, but I'm done.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like a closure thing for some people. That's why they do it. It's kind of like, I'm done with this, and I need to be done with this to move on. It's just when you do that, and then months later, you're kind of like, I kind of miss it. Like, you can do it again.
Of course.
Maybe it comes from the different type of people. I'm kind of an
I think
indecisive
so.
person, and you like having closure, so
I
you
am-
like closing stuff
I am
out.
so, when I make a decision, it's made. I take a while making my decision. I always joke about this, but
Different
I say
types
I
of
am the
people.
slowest. Yeah. I always tell my friends, like, I'm very slow to get where I'm going, but I always get to my destination. I get where I'm going. I just take a while. But once I am done with something, I've had friends that we were friends for 10 years, but eventually got to a point where it's like, we're done. I'm closing this chapter in my life. If I see you on the street, I won't even look at you twice. Right.
And I
It's just-
understand that. Like, maybe my view of this will change when I'm older. I am still young, but
I am a lot older than you, baby. So maybe that's also.
that could also play into it. It's just one of those things where, let's say, I'm going to use this in a very vague terminology. I go past a village in a video game, I've done everything in that village. I've done all the side quests. I move past it, but I leave it alone because I could come back to it later to experience those same things again. Whereas, let's say you go past that village, you complete everything in the village, and then you delete it, and you're done. You move on to the next one.
I won't necessarily delete it, but in Secret of Mana, after you pass the first village, Potos, you can never go back to it, ever. It is what it is. You can never go back to it. You're done. You're excommunicated forever.
Yeah. And I think it's definitely like an indecisive person, or like somebody that's more not sentimental, but they want to hold on lingering attachments versus somebody that's like, I need to move on. I need to be done with this.
I think that's, I don't know where that comes from, if it's like different personalities, or in my way, like I've been hurt so much in my life that I'm very good at being like, all right, this chapter of my life is done. I am grateful for it. I'm happy for it, but this is done. We move the page. We turn the page, right? But that's why I haven't drank in a month, and I'm drinking a little today, so I'm sure that I'm not expressing myself in the best way that I could.
You're doing well. I was the one who's kind of flabbergasted. Like, I was floundering a little bit for a bit when I was trying to explain myself.
Okay. I think it's okay. Like I said, most people sometimes when you disagree on an opinion right away, people think, oh my God, they're attacking me. I'm attacking them. No, we're just having to meet this as a conversation. A conversation is maybe you and I have different points, and maybe we'll never agree. And that's okay. Like, I feel like nowadays, Joel, everyone is like, oh, you disagreed with me. You must hate me.
Yeah.
No, like, I think we can have such a fun conversation if you and I have a different life experience and a different way of approaching. And I feel like nowadays, everyone is so afraid of conflict. Everyone's
it's because
like,
a lot of people are afraid of just anything that's outside of an echo chamber that they have for themselves. And I don't want to say it's like a bad thing to surround yourself with people that agree with you. I don't think it is. You can surround yourself with people that have similar views to you, but well, only on certain views. When it on minuscule things and like differences of opinion on stuff like what we're talking about, I think it's totally, you should have a conversation with that. You should have conflict. That way you can deepen yourself and like understand different perspectives on things.
I was just letting you know, like, you know, when you said, why would you nuke everything? As somebody who has done that, I'm like, this is why. I want to close that chapter of my life forever. And I feel that way. Yeah, I'm good.
I don't think I could ever get rid of my, I need to be I like this character too much, dude. But I'm also more attached to this character, obviously, for a completely different reason than somebody who needed to nuke something.
I think my experiences can live inside me, and they can still change and alter the woman that I am, but they don't need to like be out there in that way. I'm very much like, I'm very forward thinking. Everything is forward. Everything, we're moving forward. We're advancing. We're moving. We're going.
I kind of crawl on the ground forwardly. I'm not walking. I have to crawl and while looking backwards. I'm moving forward, but I'm at a slow rate, but I'm also looking backwards at the same time. And I think that's fine.
To you, right? Like, you're so attached because you also, like, this is so, has been your baby. It's your art. It's your everything.
Yeah.
Right?
I have a hard time putting things away like that.
Have you put away anything else in your life in that way or no?
I've had a lot of friendships that I kind of put away, buried past, because I just didn't really need them in my life. It's one of those things too where I'm also somebody that I like to hang out with my friends. I like to hang out with a lot of different types of people, but sometimes I need to focus on who I spend my time with, right? So I can be friends with a lot of people, and I can be friends with some really cool people, but those people have their own lives and they have their own friend groups that they need to hang out with. And it's not healthy for somebody to like focus all their time on them when I could be focusing, and like I need to move forward from that and then go and talk to other people that are new or people that have more of a inclining interest towards me.
Wait. So why are you letting go of the people from before? That's what I'm missing out on. Just that you're
I'm saying that I've had that moment. So like what you did with the nuke option, right? I've done that once in my life. I can't think of any other experience that I've had where I had to nuke everything. But I've had a moment in my life where I was just like, none of the people that I'm talking to are people that I enjoy talking to anymore. None of these people are people that, like, I'm friends with them, and I do have lingering affections for them because they are, like, I've spent a lot of my life with them.
They're people that you care about. Of
Yes,
course. Well, to
but
a certain extent, yeah.
there's just no friendship here anymore. It's just kind of like a routine rather than actual friendship. So those are the people that I kind of just gradually stop talking to them, and I don't make an effort to anymore, and I just move past. And if they tried to talk to me now, I would probably not really respond. I would probably, like, give a half-assed answer.
You know, my flesh mother, many years ago, when I worked at a strip club as a bartender, I would drink. If you think I drink a lot now, it was bad. And at that point, that's why I'm very, like, okay with closing a chapter in my life. And my flesh mother was telling me, it's like, hey, I know your staff and the people you work with are amazing, and you care for them to a certain extent. But when you're with them and they bring out alcohol and maybe other things, you are always going to feel like tempted. So the only way to kind of get rid of that temptation is to just quit cold turkey the job, quit cold turkey them, just leave everything. And I have taken that advice, and it has made, I still take that advice to this day.
I think that's good advice, too. Even if I don't necessarily do it, I think that's the proper way to go about a lot of things.
Yeah. And I'll go even further. Maybe there's a friend group where you're the butt of the joke. You're kind of the one that always gets bullied and that always gets made fun of. And then you just cold turkey leave that group. And then you get into other groups where people don't already see you as somebody being bullied or somebody that's the butt of the joke. And suddenly it's a completely different dynamic.
It's honestly like the difference between going through high school and then going to college where nobody knows who you are.
Right? And nobody knows who you are. Yeah.
If you could start, it's like you can start over everything in your life. And you go from all your experiences and how people treat you. Yes, I get what you mean now. I understand it now.
Yeah.
I just didn't put that to VTubing because it felt like such a, I kind of want to say it felt like a waste. It felt like a waste with VTubing. And that's why I don't really like it. But I get what you mean now. I understand what you're doing. I still can't imagine myself ever doing it. Maybe it's because I'm in a happier position, but
yeah,
I get it. I get what you mean now. You made me see your side. I got you.
I see the light, Matara.
I see what you mean.
I think it's okay to walk away. And I'm always a very big proponent. I always tell everybody all the time in my life, if you are unhappy where you are, you owe it to yourself to walk away. Chances are, if you are unhappy now, walking away, the worst that's going to happen is you'll be just as unhappy. But the big chances is you'll be more happy after walking away.
And yeah, there's differences there. Wow. Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Let's get to something more positive. Sorry, we really went on like a tangent.
Anyways, my mom sometimes says, are you thinking about your retirement plan? I'm like, nope, never, not ever retiring. This is going to be me until I die.
Have you considered maybe buying a home or something like that?
I did buy a home.
Oh, you're killing it. I still don't own a home.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
This is why the subathon.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know how much I should talk about this on stream, but like, I was in a good position where my family had a home that I was able to buy off of one of my family members.
Wow. Yeah, that is a good position.
I was in a good position. I still had to pay the full price for it, but
yeah, of course.
I got equity from that, so it was a little bit nicer.
Yeah, one of the reasons I'm doing the subathon right now, I moved with my family and I'm living with them and it's very tight. And I am hoping to buy a duplex, which is kind of like my family lives in one apartment. I live in the other one. Even if after I want to move to Tokyo or to Los Angeles, I will still own this property. So they don't have to pay rent. They can save their money and I will have my own place. But yeah.
Man, you keep reminding me about my age. It's like, it's reminding me that I'm not. Here's the thing. I grew up being forced into a position where I was not the oldest, but I had to act the oldest a lot of the time. So my brain immediately just kind of went into that position. And so anytime I talk to somebody, if somebody else starts being goofy, my brain is immediately like, okay, you have to act like the oldest one now. So even if I hang out with people that are all way older than me, like for example, right? Monarch, Sayu, and my friend Liz, they're all older than me, and I hang out with them a lot of the time. Whenever I talk to them, I feel like I have to be the eldest in the group, even though I'm not. I'm the youngest by far. But if somebody acts goofy around me, my brain just immediately starts acting like I'm the oldest.
Which is funny because I do feel like Monarch is still very mature and very good with her stuff.
Oh,
She's bad
do
with
you?
technology. Yeah, but she's good with
She
her
is
stuff.
sometimes. Sometimes I see that side of her, and then other times most of the time I see the other side of her where she's more silly. I see her more silly than I get to see her more mature.
Oh, I think also for me, I've been in a position, and I've talked about it a little bit on stream. I don't want to go too much into detail, but I basically was forced to leave the house before adulthood. So I had to like live by myself, do stuff like that, and nobody really ever taught me about taxes, money, things like that. So I'm only now really learning about money, investing.
Oh, dude, fucking tell me about it.
All that stuff. Yeah.
That's awful.
So I am a little bit behind, but I'm catching up real fast. I'm doing my best.
I wish education had like a class for that rather than all the other bullshit that we have.
I agree.
It'd be so much nicer to know how to do my taxes and everything.
I wish they taught me about that.
Learning that now as I start to live on my own. I mean, I when I was 18, I immediately started living on my own because when I went to college, my mom kind of forced me out of the house. I wanted to take a gap year because I didn't know what I wanted to do. But because of that, I got saddled with like $100,000 in debt from my college. And then I also didn't ever use my degree. I like throughout my college,
your degree was in?
3D animation and modeling. So I went to school for art because I was like half-assedly saw a commercial and I was like, sure, let me be an animator. So I got forced into going to a college all the way like in Florida on my own. There was nobody I knew that lived near me. So I just, while I'm there, I'm living alone for the first time in a dinky little fucking piece of shit apartment in one of the worst schools I've ever experienced ever in the nation. And it's just, you're kind of trapped there trying to learn and you're like on your own. That's when I gained 80 pounds. I gained 80 pounds from my 22 months in college.
Stressful.
Well, I didn't know how to live. I didn't know how to live. I was just like I'm some 18-year-old little fuck-ass kid not understanding how life works, living in an apartment by myself, not able to cook. There's no cafeteria. There's no like roommates or anything. It was a little apartment.
Drinking, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
Not even freshman 15, nothing?
No, because I had 80-hour work weeks for my college. It was a project-based college, so we would have to spend, I think, 12 hours in the classrooms at college. And then when I got home, we'd have projects that would have to be finished by the end of the month because we only had one project per month or two projects per month, and that was like 50% of our grade each time. It was a bad school.
Insane. I'm sorry for my language.
No, it was a bad school. So all the time while doing that, it felt like I was working like a 80-hour job every week. So I never had like, there was no events or anything for kids to go to. You know, we didn't do anything like that. My college experience is very different from most people's. I had a very weird college experience.
But you finished your degree though, and you still...
I did. I have a piece of paper that says that I have a degree in that. Do I know how to do it? No. Do I know how to 3D model and animate? No, not at all. But I have like the bare resemblances of how to do it.
How did you not know how to animate? You did.
Because it wasn't a good school, Mata. It was a 22-month degree.
You think after 22 months you'd still know how to do anything? No,
I only had two classes for my degree. So in the entirety, they put me in a bunch of random ass classes to learn about game design. And then in the last 2 to 3 months is when I actually learned 3D modeling and animation.
What?
Yep, that's what a 22-month degree is.
How is that fair? How is that anything?
Full Sail University, everybody. Don't go to it. It was really bad.
Somebody wrote Full Sail. I thought it was like the name of a university, but that just means like the university takes care of everything. No,
the university is called Full Sail. It was a scam for-profit school. It's still there, I think, but it's pretty bad.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to put up with that.
No, it's okay. I'm here now, and the reason why I was in that is because throughout the entirety of that school, while I was there, I was just kind of butting heads against a computer, bashing my head into a brick wall until streaming would work. I was working for it. 2016. I did it as a New Year's resolution to myself. So I actually, if you look at my account, it says made January 1st, 2016. And before that, I was a YouTuber. And because while I was doing YouTube videos,
they almost went a Full Sail.
Don't go.
I've had a lot of people say that.
Don't go. It was a scam. They had very good marketing scheme. It's garbage. They didn't have a therapist. They didn't have a school counselor either. So when I would call in, which is so silly for an art school, you definitely need that because art students. When I called in, they would direct me to the University of Florida or whatever. They would direct me to another school's school counselor and use them instead of having their own. And I remember I talked shit about them once on Twitter a long time ago when I was still in school, and they reached out to me. They're like, hey, we heard you were talking shit on Twitter. Is there anything we can do? What's going on? And I was like, no, unless you want to fucking get me a counselor. And then they directed me to UCF's counselor. And it's like, what the fuck? I have depression and you can't even afford your own school's counseling? They were very bad. But yeah, no. What was I saying before that? They're horrible. They weren't good.
How did you find Twitch, and how did you, because I found Twitch back when it was phone. I initially got in, so sorry, I'm seeing that it's like the League of Legends World Championships. I knew of League because I knew of Twitch because of the League of Legends and everything back in beta, way back when. It was Own TV, Justin TV, all that. So I knew about League from there. How did you get into streaming? So
like I was talking about this, I used to be a YouTuber, right? And it's because I watched a lot of Rooster Teeth and a lot of different YouTube channels, right? So growing up, I watched a lot of those things. And when I was making YouTube videos, and I was part of like a little Halo community because I made Halo videos, and nobody, like I said, nobody commented on my videos, and I was really longing for companionship because I wanted friends that would pay attention and like that I could hang out with and actually enjoy, instead of friends that would ask me to loiter around a 7-Eleven. I found out about Twitch from Ray, from when Ray started streaming. Yup.
Oh.
I'm a big Ray fanboy. I actually started this whole career because of him and him going into Twitch. And I used to watch his VODs too. And I used to watch him before that too.
Have you collabed with him yet?
I've collabed with him multiple times. I had one with him yesterday.
How does it feel now?
Well, he's timed out at my channel for a week right now.
Is that one of your big, like, you know, like, whoa?
Yeah, that was a big whoa moment when I met him. It was like, I literally, I remember calling my sibling and I was like, I just met Ray, like in person. I made friends with him. It was,
what did they say?
Oh, well, my sibling's very monotone. He's a very stoic person. He doesn't really give a shit. He was just like, that's really cool, dude. He's like way older than me. That's probably why he acts like that. But it was just, it was a very weird moment to be parasocial to somebody. And then like, oh, I grew enough to be able to talk to this person. And I don't really talk about this a lot. I just have a lot of people that I'm parasocial to that I started talking to, like, you know, Ross. I knew him.
Oh, Rubber Ross.
Yep.
I met him. It's funny. I actually have not been, because maybe I'm older. I haven't been watching the same YouTube that you did. So Rubber Ross, Vincent Vinesauce, Ray, I haven't watched them. Strippin', I haven't watched them in the same way.
I didn't watch them either, but it's cool to know them because I heard their names a lot growing up. And you know, one of them was also Octopimp. He's a very shy little fucking bastard, but Octo is, come on now.
Octo shy?
Octo, every time I
compliment the same guy?
Every time I praise Octo on his work and the stuff that he's done in the past, he's always shy and reserved about it. Octo was somebody that I watched and that I like consumed a lot of content from when I was younger.
Octo, if you're lurking, it's so crazy to me because I've been a little busy now, so I don't talk to Octo as much as I did a few months back. But when I would talk to him day to day, he's like, I am going to the gym, breaking my PR record, breaking my like personal record of working out. I am making my meal. I am streaming. I am crunching out 5 auditions tonight. And the self like respect that it takes to do 5 auditions a night. And you know, you don't book most of your auditions. That's kind of how it works with voice acting. And then I hear him be insecure about other stuff. I'm like, wait,
he's an amazing artist.
How are you like so confident in all these things, but then so not in the other ones?
I don't know. I don't know why he's like this. He really shouldn't be. He's done some amazing work, and a lot of people know about him. Whenever you explain the work that he's done,
I know, because I actually went out with a friend of mine many, many moons ago. We went for tea, and I was telling her about, my friend Octopim. She's like, I used to watch him.
Yeah,
Like,
see?
wait, what? Yeah, a lot of my pals.
He's
yeah,
really cool, and he does. I think maybe he's just shy about it because he's not used to it. I mean, I'll be honest, a lot of men are very shy when it comes to compliments or praise. Just because, especially my generation, older generations, you grow up and men don't really compliment each other. And even when women, yes, sometimes they compliment men, but like a lot of the time, a lot of men just don't. If they don't get a compliment from a girl, a guy's not going to compliment another guy.
Yeah.
That's why I try to do that too nowadays.
I heard from most men, they only get compliments from their wives / women they're dating or their mothers. That's kind of it.
I don't believe any compliment my mom says. I also don't think my mom has a good sense of fashion. My mom thinks that I need to have a bald head to look good. I don't like her sense of fashion, dude.
I think you have nice long hair.
Thank
look at
you.
your hair.
I like the way I look. My mom hates my hair. She despises my. We're getting too into real stuff. I can't talk about this.
Is it because it's so long and like silver?
Yeah, that's probably why. It's so long and artificial because I'm not alive and don't have internal organs. Is that why? Well,
maybe.
Either way, I think I try to compliment people all the time. Whenever I think of something nice about somebody, I will send them a DM and I will be like, "Hey, thinking about you. You're really cool." I always
encourage my male friends to do so to my other male friends. Genuinely, I
do it to everyone. I don't want to. I'm not somebody that like. I'm trying to. I don't want to break. I'm not going to try to break down gender norms. I just try to treat everyone the same. So it doesn't matter if I think of something nice about somebody. I'll just immediately say, like, "Hey, you look good today. I really like your outfit. Hey, I think you're really funny. I just watched this video and you were in it. It was really good. I haven't talked to you in a while, but I want you to know that I think you're cool."
You know, a while back, I complimented a friend of mine about. I just thought that their new YouTube content was really, really good. And then our other mutual friend was like, "Hey, you actually like lit a fire under their ass." I was like, "Wait, what?" And my friend's like, "Yeah, the compliment you gave them, they told me it was so genuine. It was so like out of left field. None. All I did, I promise, was I watched them do a video and I was like, wow, I really enjoyed this. This was really nice. You know, I was working on my projects, but when I had you on the second monitor, I actually stopped what I was doing to consume the video. It was that good. Please keep doing this. This is awesome." But that actually affected them in such a way that they were like, "I'm going to do more of this." And it gave them a pep in their step.
You shouldn't be surprised.
Really?
This is an important thing. A genuine compliment does more to somebody's motivation than anything else. If you genuinely compliment somebody, and that's why I'm saying if you ever feel genuinely happy or proud of somebody, you should tell them. It can affect them in such a way that you'll never be able to understand fully. When I get a compliment to my lore or anything that I do, it's just one of those things that can like break away a lot of the people's insecurities, and like you never know how much a difference you can make in somebody else's day.
I seriously always encourage everybody I know to please compliment people, no matter how silly it is, no matter how dumb it is. The amount of times I've told somebody, "Oh, I love your ring," or "I love your nail," or "I love your nail color," and they'll be like, "You have no idea. Like, I got this nail color and everybody in my life told me it was shit. But you genuinely being like, I like your nail color. It's awesome. Da, 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 da. It just makes people so happy.
Especially from a friend. Here's the thing. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't really watch a lot of my friends' content unless it's their stream. I don't watch a lot of the YouTube videos. Well, okay. Besides streams, I don't really consume a lot of my homies' content. So, I don't watch their YouTube videos. I don't watch a lot of their lore videos, unfortunately, even though I like lore videos a lot. So whenever I do, I always try to tell them what I think. I try to tell them like the compliments that I have for them and give them their praise because I want them to, because I took the time to do it. So if you do get me to watch something and I like it, it means that you did an amazing job, because I normally go out of my way to avoid that kind of thing. So if I get a compliment from a friend on anything that I've worked on, like if I make a good YouTube video, or if I make a good advertisement, or if I do something that they like, or if I'm in a collab and they're like, "Hey, you're really funny in this collab," that means a lot.
It means extra. Yeah.
It means extra because a friend who's in this content field, because a lot of people in the content field don't sometimes watch a lot of their friends' content. I think it's really cool, and it does like a little bit of a bonus extra thing.
Joel, you're gonna hate me. I have this personality type. It's called the debater.
No,
I
it's
have an
the
ENTP.
yapper. Go ahead.
Anything you say, I'm like, counterpoint. I'm so annoying. I
You could
know.
agree with
This
me,
is-
and you're still like, I need to get a word in. I need to get this in.
I'm so sorry. It's called the debater.
I've been doing the same
I
thing to
agree.
you all night. I'm not gonna take offense to it.
I agree with you. I think sometimes when, let me be clear, I agree. I think when my peers appreciate my work, it means a lot because I think they can see the work that goes into my work that maybe my audience doesn't. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing my YouTube videos for my peers. I'm not doing my streams for my peers. I'm doing my streams for my momos.
Yeah, I agree with
need
you
my
on that.
momos to like it. And this is where sometimes you get this problem of people who are like, your streamer's favorite streamer, but then they have 100 viewers or 50 viewers or 20 viewers. And it's like, streamers love them, but the audience doesn't. And it's like, you are streaming for your audience. They are the ones who push you up, who support you, who lift you. And your friend, they're great. And they will be like, wow, great lore video. I can tell you worked on it.
Yes, of course. I mean, I agree with you on
I
that.
agree.
You're making
Sometimes
your content for them.
The compliment is nice. Sometimes the compliment, you're like, oh, I know it, hearing, like, for example, you as an artist telling me my lore video was well done. I'm like, thank you. That means a lot. Because again, I don't think the Momos realized that it was, I've said it, 2 background artists.
I see the effort that you put into it.
A lore video. I had to write the whole thing. Sorry, not a lore video. Like the skeleton, what is it called? All the stilts. What is it called? Do you know?
Are you talking about the thumbnails?
No. Like basically every frame had to be done. A storyboard.
The thumbnailing, storyboarding. Yeah, it's the same thing.
The storyboard, the audio effects, the voice acting. Those that took a lot of energy from MataraKan v Shoujo, right? And I don't think that's something that the audience will ever get, but that's kind of the point. You're doing all this stuff and they don't know.
You want that magic where they're like, how the fuck did you make this?
Yeah. And then your peers are like, holy cow, you did this? You did that?
I think it's obviously I do everything for my chat and I like seeing their reactions to everything. My main goal, right, is to keep making lore videos until somebody finally makes a lore video theory video on me. I want somebody to make a Bricky-esque lore video on my lore. I want somebody to watch it and yes. One of my mods did it. I've actually had 3 so far ever since I brought it up, and I love watching those videos. I'll go around, I'll search on YouTube like PorcelainMaid lore video explanation, and I found like 5 or 6 of them so far, and it makes me so happy because it's like, yes. They're like, PorcelainMaid doesn't explain anything, and that's what I like. And then they start on the video, and it's like, yes, you get it, you get me. Oh my god, I can kiss you on the fucking forehead. I love you.
I definitely really love that. Like the everybody getting so involved. It's my favorite part. It's like I hate to call it magic, but I think it's the closest thing we get to feeling.
Art is magic. Art is the closest thing to magic. From the artist's perspective, you only see the technical aspect of what you've been doing. You only see your own skill. But to the viewer's perspective, it's like magic to them. They've never seen that before. They can't comprehend doing it themselves. It's insane to them. That's the difference between artists. An artist will see things in a technical perspective. Everyone else will see it in like wonder and amazement for what it is. That's why a lot of artists are depressed, because they focus too much on the technical aspect of what they're doing.
Oh, I remember hearing this theory that like a lot of really great songwriters are from England because it's always raining. So when it's raining, you kind of get that melancholy, right? You're like, ooh, life is so sad.
I think melancholy is a big aspect of a lot of people's artistic endeavors, but I also think art can be experienced in a hopeful and fun way too.
I agree. To me, art. Sorry, I was drinking my wine.
I know. I was like, this is so fucking funny. I just ended my sentence right as you take a sip.
I'm like, I feel like some of my strongest emotion didn't come from me being sad at that time. It came from me remembering being sad. If that makes sense. It came from me remembering like how I felt being sad at the time, but it didn't come from me being sad. Actually, I'll be honest with you. When I'm sad, I actually cannot create any art. When I'm sad, I have to like cry and take a bath, and I can't make art when I'm sad.
We have different ways of experiencing sadness.
Ooh, this is interesting. Tell me. I want to know.
Whenever
You
I'm
get ignored
sad,
when you're sad?
no. Well, here's the thing. When I'm sad, I tend to avoid wallowing. And I think this is another male aspect of my boys in the chat. We know we thug it out. Yeah. Thugging it out. What I do is whenever I'm sad, I do introspection. So I like look into myself, right? So if I'm depressed, I look at myself and I'm like, okay, what really matters here? And then I get over things really, really quickly. And I don't think it's bottling it up, right? I'm not bottling anything up. I'm trying to do it in a healthy way where I look into myself and I'm like, do I really need to be sad about this? Do I need to wallow? Do I need to feel this? Like, no, I'm okay. I will be okay. I've had a bad day and I will have a better day tomorrow. And if I don't have a better day tomorrow, then I'll have a better day the day after that.
Do you draw or write or create when you're
Both.
sad?
I have sometimes when I'm sad, I don't draw vent art. That's not something I can do. I will draw when I'm sad, but not in woe is me type of way. I'll draw as in like I'm feeling some good emotions right now from sadness. Like these are some raw, powerful emotions, and I'm not gonna put that into my art, but it's gonna get me in the mood to draw other things. How do I explain this? It puts me in a mood, but I'm not putting my sadness into the art itself. I'm not drawing vent art.
Maybe that's my problem is like every time I've been sad or mad, I tried writing. Actually, I don't draw, but I definitely write. I've tried writing, and then when I would read my poetry, it sucks.
And that's okay. It doesn't need to be good, right?
Poetry and my vent writing sucks. I don't like it.
It doesn't need to be good. It's there for you to vent yourself. You know, that's the whole point of that one.
The problem is when I do vent poetry, I think to myself, I'm about to create something. Versus when I think that's the problem is I'm like, I'm gonna harness this. And then I'm like, man, I should have just like went to the gym. I should have just cried in the bath. You know, like that would have been a way better use of my time.
God, I wish when I was sad I just worked out instead.
Oh my God.
I get stress eat, dude. I stress eat.
Go for a run and cry on your run. I feel, oh my God. So first of all, I'm very tall. When I'm running fast and I'm like bawling my eyes out and strangers look at me, I'm like, yeah, bitch, you wish you felt your emotions like I feel my emotions. I have that psychopath.
Can somebody draw Mata crying while like, I don't want to see her running. I want the mom like speed jog where her arms are up in the position and she's like bawling her eyes out. I feel my emotions. I'm there. I'm doing it. Sometimes I've cried while eating. I remember when I was leaving for college, I was so stressed about going to another area of the world without any family members or friends that I got Subway. And as I was eating Subway the night before my flight, I started bawling my eyes out into my sub. But I was so hungry that I kept eating. I kept taking a bite out of it. So I was like, and it's like really, it got salty. I wish I recorded it. It was so funny thinking back on it.
I feel emotions easily. Like I will cry during a sad song, a sad movie, a sad book. Like I will be the person reading a book in public, and if it's sad, I will cry.
Suck it in.
And I know it's embarrassing, but I'm like, you know what? I just see it as like, okay, so I'm the most embarrassing person in this place. Most people are probably looking at me being like, thank God that's not me. Get over it. It ain't that deep.
I wonder what she's crying about. My main character in my novel just died.
I very much am like, I don't care. I've gone through I think because I've gone through so much embarrassing stuff genuinely in my life. I've had so many people and this is maybe something that comes with a streamer. People dissect every part of your life. And if you ever think about the most embarrassing thing that you did
on stream or in general.
If you're a streamer, it's most likely recorded and used against you for years to come. So at some point you're like, whatever. I'm crying in the middle of this coffee shop because, my book character died. Like, I'm good. It really ain't that deep.
Yeah, I mean, I think my most embarrassing moment on stream, I don't think I've only ever cried on my stream twice.
I cried a lot on my stream.
I think, I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, I distinctly remember I started crying because I hurt my leg while playing soccer, and an older kid came up to me and was like, why the fuck are you crying? Stop crying. You're a guy. You're a man. Relax. Just stop. Suck it up.
Just don't cry.
Be a man. And I don't know what happened to me, if it was a psychological thing, but I just don't cry ever unless it's something that deeply hurts me on a personal level. So I've only ever cried twice on stream. One time is when I hit partner and somebody was like, you're too big for me now. I can't watch your streams. And I was like, I was so deeply sad that a regular viewer that watched me all the time was like, yeah, I can't watch you anymore. You're too big. You're not going to pay attention to your chat. That one made me cry. That one was rough to me.
I'll explain. Like, sometimes I just have a lot of emotions. And the other day, last time I was in Japan, Giddy and I think it was one of my last nights. We went for food, just Giddy and I. And it was already like the end of my trip. I was emotional. It was a big trip. It was a lot of stuff. I was working a lot. And we had ordered sashimi before our meal. And the first piece of sashimi I had was so good that I cried. And it wasn't like a big cry, but I had the sashimi and I'm just remembering it. And I was like tearing up. And the waitress came up and she was this oba-chan, this old lady. She's like, are you girls okay? And Onigiri is like, yeah. She just thought that the fish was that. But it was genuinely like, the fish was, it was, I don't know how to explain it. This is why I'm such a sentimental freaking bitch.
Was it because it was your last night?
It was one of my last nights. It was just Onigiri and I. And we talked about like very serious older woman stuff. About like, just, it was just such a serious night, a serious conversation. Onigiri and I are very close, but I feel like that trip we got so much closer as well, because that trip actually, okay, this is like a little bit of a tangent, but there was a typhoon when I was there, and her and I were like walking. We decided, I was like, hey, I love going for walkies. Do you want to walk back with me? We walked the wrong way, so we lost 40 minutes of walking time. On the way back, Joel, it didn't just start raining. It was a typhoon.
Okay.
We were drenched. And the whole time, Giri is like, oh, sorry, I'm going to cry. I love Giri so much.
Are you going to cry now?
I want you to cry because I'm remembering how sweet it was.
We're talking about how rare it is for me to cry, and Mata's crying from remembering a story about when she cried. Oh, my God.
And the whole time I was like, hey, Giri, like, you know, I know we're like getting soaked in the rain and it's so, and I'm like, if you want to like take a cab or go back. And she's like, Mata, like, this is going to be a core memory for me. Like us walking back in a typhoon, when I'm telling you we were drenched, our dresses were clung to our body seductively. Our shoes were drenched. Our umbrellas were not, like, we were so wet and just walking back. But it was just so cool to be like, oh my God, we're in a typhoon. Everything is wet. We're all wet. Fuck it. Let's just fucking walk back home. Like it just like, even remembering this moment is such a like, it's an unforgettable moment in my life, right? Like it's something so, I'm telling you, Joel, it wasn't just rain. It was like the streets were flooded.
No,
we
I
had
get
to
it.
jump over puddles. It was a typhoon.
I get it. I've done the same before, actually.
We were at, tell me in a second. We were at a point where we couldn't really take a cab anymore because we were now too drenched for the cab and there was no more cabs. Anyway, at the end of that trip, at the end of doing everything, plus before that when I was in Japan, we couldn't record the stuff we had to do with Mint because of COVID. And it was just such a great trip. And then we were having, and then I just got this stupid, really good sashimi. And it was, and by the way, the lady that served us, last time we went to get the sashimi, she was limping because her leg was hurt. And this time she's like, you know, I'm old.
Did this factored into you crying?
It did, because last time she was like, I don't know if I'm going to recover well enough to not ever limp again because I'm that old. And she wasn't limping anymore. I just let it all out. I just ate my sashimi and I was crying.
Oh, dude, a rock tumbled somewhere and Mata started crying after hearing a story about it.
I am honestly so emotional.
It's funny because I actually think I'm a very emotional person. I just don't cry. I only cry when something just actually deeply hurts me as a I think a lot of the time I've only ever cried when in relation to my community. So the first time I cried was when, you know, somebody in my community was like, yeah, I can't watch you anymore, you're too big for me, and I was like losing out on that connection with a human being. The second time I ever cried on stream was when I was really popular on Billy for a while, right? And
I didn't know that.
I had a stuntage where I was really popular on Billy for a while because people were clipping me. And when I tried to make a move over there and I was selling some really cute plushies of me, I think I got like slandered by a fan group that was trying to translate what I was saying, but they translated what I said wrong.
So sorry.
And because of that, all of the Billy
can
fans that I
relate to
had
this so much. I'm so sorry.
all the Billy fans that I had, all the Chinese fans that I had just kind of turned on me overnight and like hated on. It's gone now. Like it got overturned. Everyone over there knows that it was whatever, but I'm not going back there anymore.
Yeah.
But because of that, I cried on stream because of how sad I was that so many people that were like they looked up to me. They called me dad. They watched my streams all the time. They were drawing fan art every day.
Suddenly they saw you as something negative.
Yeah, they went from like a really loving community that I actually felt a lot of emotional attachment to immediately just like turning on me, and it made me cry on stream because it was just really hard to like live through that.
I would also cry for that. I'm so sorry.
That was the first time, and I whenever you hear like people, whenever they hear me cry, immediately like kind of goes back up. Like I'm immediately like, okay, I gotta finish. I got professionalism. Gotta finish this up. And I think that also comes from starting this kind of work at a very young age, like I did, which I semi regret and semi don't regret. I don't know. Fucked up childhood from going into content creation at a young age. Really wish I just kind of went through life normally first and then got into content creation. But yeah, that was 2 times I ever cried in general total.
2 times ever in the last like forever?
On stream. If I cried off stream, I've probably cried off stream before too, but it's only whenever something like affects like my community specifically. And it's never when it's never like about me. It's about like my relationship with another human being.
Interesting. I actually never cry from sad stuff. I cry from happy stuff.
I've never cried before. I want to.
I cry from.
That'd be so good for streams.
No.
Happy crying. People would be so empathetic, dude. That's like peak getting subs. Guys, I'm so happy right now.
I cry from happy stuff. I'm like, life is so good right now. Things are so good.
I wish.
Like I said, happy stuff. Like that lady who said she might limp forever because she's so old and she got her hip hurt. And then she's not limping anymore. I was like, you're not limping anymore. You know?
I think crying, happy crying would be so good.
Yeah.
Imagine, so as streamers, it's kind of hard to show appreciation for when I get subs, at least for me.
Yeah. Because sometimes we're kind of in like panic mode, right? Like it just freezes, right?
I don't know how to respond to it besides saying thank you and that, like, oh, you have a fat dick, dude. Thank you so much.
What?
When somebody gives me subs, like, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. You have a big dick, a big heart, even bigger wallet. Thank you for the generous donation. I have like a little spiel, but I don't know how to like properly thank somebody. So I feel like happy crying from getting a lot of subs would be so good to be able to be like, I really appreciate you guys. What's up?
My takeout is at the door.
Go get it.
Because I'm drinking today, I also decided to get takeout today. And then tomorrow, no more takeout, no more drinking. Give me 1 minute. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I can keep ranting. Dude, chat, seriously. I feel like, okay, when you guys gift subs, do you ever expect a reaction? Or is it just kind of like, I like you, I want to give you money. Just acknowledge that I gave you money and say thank you, and that's pretty good. But as a streamer, if somebody gives me money and I only say thank you, it feels so disingenuous. I don't want to be... I know you guys probably don't give a shit. You guys are probably not... You guys probably don't think it's disingenuous, but as a streamer, you're like, I need to be doing more. I need to be doing more to say and to show that I appreciate it. It just feels wrong. It feels wrong. Because imagine doing that in real life. Imagine in person, you just give somebody money and they're like, hey, thanks. On with the performance. It just feels weird. I don't know. It just like I feel like I should be able to show my appreciation. So I try to work it into a performance, right? Like, thank you for the sub. You have a big dick, big heart, even bigger wallet. Thank you so much. Thank you for the generous donation. Zip it back up and put your cock back in your pants, dude, because we got to get back to the stream. But thanks for the sub. That's why I normally say stuff like that, to kind of work it into a little performance, then move on with my, like, move on with the stream. That way everyone else who isn't gifting money can still enjoy the stream too. It's just like a little thing. So chat, if you're ever wondering why I say that, that's why I say it. It's just a little genuine quick thank you without making it a big deal, so I can continue on with the stream and like continue doing the performance of the stream. Yeah, they come in, they slap their dick on the table. They're like, yeah, I got 10 subs. And I'm like, all right, thanks, man. Put it away. You're going to scare off the rest of the chat. I don't know. I wonder if other streamers do a better way of saying this kind of thing. I wonder if you guys know any streamers that like are really good at like showing appreciation and then moving on with the stream. But that's what I've kind of worked out, to be able to show my appreciation and then quickly get back into the stream. That way it doesn't turn into a thank you stream. Like I don't want to do a thank you stream. I want to do just like thank you, move on. But like genuine thank you, then move on. Good way of just showing appreciation. Acknowledge that somebody just spent like $20 of their hard-earned money, and then move on with my life. Like these people are not people giving you $20 are not rich motherfuckers. They're people that just genuinely enjoy your content, and $20 is a lot to work towards. So it's just something that you're like, I need to show an actual acknowledgement and appreciation to this. Like I don't want to just I don't know. I don't want to bring up other streamers, but I remember, you know, when I started streaming a long time ago, like 7 or 9 years ago now, and I saw other streamers, maybe some big Overwatch streamers that I won't name, and they would just be like, hey, thanks for $1,000, and then move on. It just feels awful. That's why I try to do a quick acknowledgement. Hi, Liz. Thank you for the raid. Big love. That's my ex-wife.
Hi, Liz. Thank you for the raid. What happened? Why are you guys ex-wife and husband?
Oh, it's one of those things, you know.
No,
sometimes
I want to know the
work
goss. Give me the hot goss.
I do not need to talk about my divorce and stream again.
I mean, I do all the time.
No, I'm not bringing up my divorce. I'm already hurt by it. They took my fucking kids and my PSP.
Oh.
They took my Monster Hunter, Mata.
How many kids did you guys have? Why are you so
how many
okay
followers
to like?
do I have? 234,000. But I was talking about how like whenever I get a sub, I want to do an acknowledgement that's genuine, but I also want to move on with the stream so it doesn't like turn into a thank you fest. So that's why I do that little spiel. Thank you for the thank you so much. You have a big dick, a big heart, even bigger wallet. I really appreciate it. Now zip it back up because you're gonna scare everyone else. We got to move on with the stream. So that's kind of what I do. That way it's like a quick, genuine thank you. It gives them something a little funny to think about, and then I can move on with the stream without it turning into just being like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
If somebody gives you 10 gifted subs right now, they have a big dick and an even bigger wallet.
Yeah, that's what I say. You have a big dick, a big heart, an even bigger wallet. Thank you for the generous dono.
You hear that,
And
Momos?
then if they continue to do it, if they do another 10, it's like, all right, now you need to, dude, put your dick away. Like, zip it up. You're gonna scare chat.
You hear that, everybody? Have you ever thought of being scary? That's how you can do it.
Put your third leg away, dude. You don't need to show it off. We get it. We get it. You can stop gifting subs. But that's what I mean. Like a quick acknowledgement that's genuine, and then you continue on with your stream without making it a thank you thing.
I still think banning people for subs is a great idea.
That one is good too. I think that one's funny. If somebody gives you too many subs, you ban them before they can act up. And it's also like a cute little like, acknowledgement. Fuck you.
Letting them ban Alano. You see, we're also about to have another hype train. How exciting, Joel. Did you see that?
You know what? I think I'm blind. I'm particularly blind in that one corner of my eye. Okay. Alan, thank you for the 10. You have a big dick, a big heart, even bigger wallet. Thank you so much. Hey,
this is my time to have a big dick. Let's go.
Mata, thanks for the gifted sub. You have a big dick, a big heart, even bigger wallet. I'm gonna need you to put it away, though. You're scaring my chat.
Not yet. I didn't give 10 more.
You need to zip that back up, dude.
All right, everybody. You heard the man. You have a big dick, a big heart, and even bigger wallet. You hear that, everybody?
Maybe we should take a note out of your book and start banning everyone that's giving me subs right now.
No, I don't. I let them ban streamers.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that why Bricky's banned all the goddamn time?
Yeah.
Whatever. He deserves it. It honestly fits with him.
Trader or crafter?
Crafter, thank you for the 10 gifted. You have a big dick, a big heart, even bigger wallet. Thank you so much. Anonymous, you're not getting shit from me, coward. Get out of Anonymous. What are you hiding for?
Anonymous, you have a big dick, a big heart, and a big wallet.
No, don't say that.
We love you.
No. Get out of Anonymous, coward. What are you scared of? Huh?
Yeah, Anonymous. You scared of his big dick.
Thank you, Anna. Big love. Thank you so much. You have a big dick, big. We're not turning this into the rest of the stream. This is not what's happening for the rest of the stream.
Why not?
I'm not turning this into a thank you fest. The point of it is to say it in
Anonymous,
batches.
Got a big dick, a big wallet, and a big heart, and we love you.
Other way around. Big dick, big heart, big wallet.
Well, then you say it. You go thank Anonymous.
I don't want to do the entire thing. We're in the middle of a parlor.
I'm eating.
Oh my God. Is that it? Gala, thank you for the 10 gifted. You have a big dick, a big heart, even bigger wallet. Thank you so much for the generous donation. Jesus Christ. Maybe this doesn't work out to my favor. Maybe this isn't working out in my favor. I'm getting turned into a bit machine where I have to keep doing it. Guys, it's Donut November. Stop it.
Sorry. I love almonds.
You
can't stop me.
Okay.
You whore.
Rumsey, this is the... Come on now. Language, hello.
Thank him. Thank him.
Rumsey, thank you for the 10 gifted. You have a big dick, a big heart, even bigger wallet. Thank you for the generous donation. Relax, okay? Chat, Jesus Christ.
Don't. Keep going. I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Keep going, everybody.
What'd you order?
I'm having a hot dog.
Dude, what kind of hot dog?
This is really disgusting.
No,
I
love hot dogs.
Dude. It's called our cime. It's a Quebec delicacy. It's basically a boiled wiener in like a bread with sauerkraut, onion, hot sauce, and mustard.
Why are you ashamed of that? That sounds delicious.
Because it's disgusting.
It's not disgusting. That's delicious, dude. That's literally a Chicago dog.
I've only ever eaten it when I drink. And since today was my last time drinking for a while, that's the only time I'm doing this.
Why do you think it sounds bad? It sounds delicious. Sauerkraut is delicious. Also, it's just a Chicago dog. It's just like super sour and salty.
3 a.m. nights. I've had many 3 a.m. nights with this.
Dude, my sick food is that I always glizzy gobble chili dogs. So whenever I'm sick, I'll just order like 3 chili dogs and I just down that.
What makes a dog chili?
You put chili on a hot dog, Mata.
Like beef chili?
Like chili. What? Yeah, just chili.
What's chili?
Just chili. Any chili. It's just chili. Oh my God. Is this what Canadians are like?
Yeah.
Oh my, I am never going to Canada. Holy shit. What kind of whimsyless place is it to not know what a chili dog is? You people are sick. Jesus Christ.
Because we got steamy.
This is the first time I've ever felt an ounce of nationalism for America. You people fucking suck. What the hell? You don't know chili dogs? This is disgusting.
No, we got steamies.
What is a steamy? Is that the thing that you're eating? That's more German than fucking Canadian.
How dare you?
I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe you didn't know what a chili dog was.
I've never had one.
Yeah, but you should know what it is. That's like a national darling. That's beloved. Everywhere in the world should know what a chili dog is.
You know what a poutine is?
Yes, I know what poutine is.
Okay, describe it.
Fries, cheese curds, gravy. I think that's it.
Okay, but poutine is really famous. Can you describe a tourtière?
Is that Russian?
Nope, that's French Canadian.
Oh. I have no idea what that is. Donut?
Okay, well, I don't know what a fucking chili dog is.
A chili dog isn't a different fucking language.
No, it is.
You speak English, motherfucker. Do I speak French Canadian?
I speak French. I do not understand what a chili dog is. You understand, my friend?
A
I do
Frenchman
not
would
know
know what a chili dog is. They would just spit at it at the thought of it.
No, they would not.
They would just hate on it.
They would not understand.
They would
what
know
a
what it
chili
is.
dog
They just wouldn't like it.
What's a gedi or homard?
French people like Sonic. They'd know what a chili dog is.
No. Tell me, what do you think is a gedi or homard?
Okay, well, are you going to start speaking in fucking English, or are you going to keep going in moon ruins?
Well, I just said a gedi or homard.
That's not English. What was that?
What's a lobster gedi?
Lobster something?
Yeah. See, you don't know. You don't know.
Well, you're not speaking the same language as me.
No, I disagree. I think you're just being very American right now.
That's not true. I'm just being very...
So when you say chili...
Okay, go ahead.
Is chili just like beef chili?
Chili is any chili. Doesn't matter what the protein is.
But then wouldn't it be like drippy? Because you're just basically putting sauce.
No. Chili is... It's like... Would it be drippy if you put ketchup or mustard on it?
Because of the amount of chili I'm thinking that you're putting on the hot dog. Yeah, I'm thinking it's like drenched in chili.
No, you reduce it down. It's way more thick. It's gonna be like the consistency of like a... No, it's thick. It's like gravy. It's like a thick gravy. It wouldn't be...
It's not chili anymore. It's
chili
gravy.
isn't runny in the first place. Why are you eating chili that like falls around and sloshes around?
Because you put it on your nacho.
What are you talking about?
So...
Okay, a hot dog, right?
Dog.
No, I'm gonna explain it. A hot dog, and then you get chili. This is not chili this is really thick chili, okay? It's mainly just ingredients with sauce rather than, you know, like whatever runny bullshit you're eating, right? It's not salsa, okay? I'm just gonna send you a picture. You'll understand.
Yeah.
Insane that you've never had this. Does this look runny to you?
No.
See?
Oh, I thought it was like drenched in chili.
That is drenched in chili. That's a lot of chili.
Really?
Even this one. This one wouldn't... They're really thick. It's a very thick consistency.
Describe to the class what you think chili is.
I'm so confused on what you're thinking chili is. We need to make Matara play a fucking
like
Sonic
meat
game.
Soup. I thought chili is like a meat soup.
I see why you were confused now, because you think it was soup.
I thought it was a meat soup. So I'm like, man, you're going to drench it in meat soup? Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, there probably is a form of hot dog like that, because that's basically birria. You want to talk about meat soup, that's just birria tacos.
Yeah, you just dip it.
And it's really fucking good. I would do that with a hot dog. I wouldn't mind. I'd try it.
Like the second one looks like a lot wetter. But I was thinking that like times 4.
No. It's super thick, dude. Fuck, now I want birria hot dog. Somebody make that. I need a mix. I need a fusion. I want to try a birria hot dog now. That sounds delicious. Oh my god.
Can't believe chili is not meat soup. I genuinely thought it was meat soup.
It's more like meat with sauce. It's like stew.
Yeah, it's like meat sauce more than meat soup.
Meat stew. What's another word besides stew? There's like 3 of them. It's not chowder.
Stew.
Meat. Meat stew. Meat.
I'm gonna get a fork. One
it's
second.
Like pasty, kind of. It doesn't sound very appetizing when I say it's pasty. Gumbo. Gumbo is more. Gumbo is kind of soupy. I don't think gumbo's like gumbo has a lot of ingredients in it, but it's not like super thick. I can't talk about gumbo. Someone from the south is gonna kill me. I'm pretty sure gumbo is soupy. I don't think stew. Yeah, stew is thick. I'm not allowed to talk about gumbo, bro. I'm from the East Coast. Welcome back.
Oh.
You're yawny, dude. From your from getting back from your arcane viewing.
Joel, I think it's because I haven't been drinking.
You get
And I
tired
had-
when you don't drink?
I had 2 glasses of wine and now I'm having I didn't eat all day and now I'm having like really fatty food.
Girl, you drank on an empty
I'm
stomach?
tired. I'm tired.
You drank on an empty stomach?
I'm tired.
You're not answering the question. You drank on an empty stomach?
I had a piece of bread with cheese earlier today.
My God, you're doing the girl dinner thing.
And I had 2 coffees.
That is not a good, that's not healthy. That's not good for you at all. You had, let's make the rundown. You had a piece of bread and then you had 2 glasses of wine. You had 2 coffees.
Yeah.
You had a piece of cheese.
I had a piece of bread with a piece of cheese on it. Yeah.
And now you just ate dinner after you had 2
I
glasses
had,
of wine and coffee.
Big dinner. Like I'm having like fries with gravy and cheese.
Do I need to like go through the food pyramid with you? Actually, that one's technically out of date, but still.
I had cucumbers earlier. I forgot about the cucumbers.
You know,
I had 2.5 glasses of wine because I had the Gator wine.
hearing about, I always think of Mata as such a mature, elegant lady, and then I'm hearing about Mata's food consistency here.
I've just been so busy. I've been so busy playing Monster Hunter.
That's
and
no
hanging out.
excuse. That's no excuse. Eat a proper meal.
What did you have for dinner?
I haven't had dinner yet, but for my breakfast, because I woke up like an hour before the collab, I cooked an egg. I had some focaccia bread that I actually toasted a little bit, and then I put some horseradish as like a little, because I really like spicy stuff, but I didn't want to have anything so spicy that would fuck up my throat. So I just made a little egg sandwich.
With one egg.
With 1 egg, but the bread was really thick. At least I had protein.
Cheese has a little bit of protein.
No, okay.
Barely, but it does.
Jesus Christ, dude. And then tonight I'm making a sun-dried tomato spaghetti with some Parmesan and toasted almonds on top.
Where's the protein, bitch?
What do you mean, where's the protein?
Where's the protein in your spaghetti?
In spaghetti?
There's no protein in spaghetti. It's all carbs. It's all noodle carb. It's all noodle.
Almonds.
Almonds is mostly fat.
You know what? You got me there. Fuck. I don't have a retort for that. Fuck.
People are saying
You got me.
there's like the amount of protein.
Either way, it's
in
still a
noodles
meal.
Is like nothing.
Even if there's no protein, it's still more of a meal than having just bread and cheese.
Well, right now I'm having fries and cheese.
Are you eating poutine?
Yeah.
Girl! Mata! You're just trying to get away with this. What are you doing? You didn't eat anything today. You only had the empty carbs.
I am only having empty carbs.
At least order like a meat stick or something, dude. Get some salami or whatever.
I had a boiled wiener.
Okay, well, fine. That's fine. That's okay. I'll accept that. That's at least something.
And this is why I think I'm about to fall asleep, Joel.
It probably is. Have you not considered that maybe your diet is leading you to your sleep schedule?
I am about to pass out.
It's okay. Actually, this was supposed to end 40 minutes ago, but we went overtime.
What?
Yeah.
You have an ending time for this?
Normally, it only goes 3 hours because most people die after the 3-hour mark.
What if you and your guests have such a good time?
Well, the longest one I've ever had was around 5 hours. That was
Are you
before.
gonna kick me out?
No, I only added the 3-hour mark because people get scared if I don't tell them how long it lasts most of the time. It depends on how much fun the person is having. Some people want to leave right away. Some people have collabs. Other people are like, I want to stay for like another 3 hours.
Tell me about your 5-hour one.
That was with Shy Lily. And I think around the 4-hour mark, I was telling her about it. And then she was like, you know what? I want to keep going. Fuck you. Keep going. You're not allowed to leave.
I swear to God, me and my every Shy Lily collab ever.
She has a lot of little energy. She just wants to keep going. She's womping around. I
Remember when oh yeah, you?
No, I was just gonna say I love Lily.
Remember when I asked you to reschedule this because I had a collab with BB No Money and Try Lily?
Yeah.
BB had to leave after a few hours to catch a plane. Lily and I stayed and yapped for 5 hours after the 3-hour collab.
She goes hard, dude. I
And then the
actually
next
have to
week,
end those
we
collabs
yapped
otherwise.
for 7 hours. My voice was dying. I was like, baby, I gotta go. My voice is dying.
So did you have a proper meal that day? Did you actually have food that day, or did you drink on an empty stomach again?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not even the food, it's the empty stomach drinking. Because when I was on the plane, I had a meal and then 2 drinks on the plane, and I'm sorry, I was fucked up.
Honey, there is no such thing as a meal on a plane. Those are not meals. Whatever
And I
that
had
is, are not real food. You will never get an actual meal on a plane. That is not food. Yeah, no, it was definitely empty stomach drinking, and then also having the coffee too. And that's okay.
Why would the coffee?
Well, coffee also adds to that. Caffeine in general causes a crash.
Oh.
And if you drink on an empty stomach, not only does it affect bowel movement, I just want to point that out, but if you drink on an empty stomach, the caffeine works faster because it's not getting absorbed by any of the food in your stomach. So you get that energy boost immediately, and then you also get the crash coming way faster because it's going through your body faster.
Tell me a bedtime story, Joel.
Well, actually, I do have a bedtime story, I think. Oh my God, actually. Do I have I can tell you about my embarrassment from when I was in school.
Do it.
Here's a little bedtime story for you. When I was in school, it was around Valentine's Day, and I was walking around so proud of myself because during this time in the middle of class, me and 3 other kids, we forgot our like homework. So we went out to the hallways to go to our lockers, right? And by our lockers, I had a love letter in my locker. So before even opening the letter, I started jumping around, prancing with joy, and making fun of my friends. Like, hey, look what I got, you motherfuckers, huh? Who's the ugly one now? Fuck you, get fucked. I didn't say that because I was a kid at the time, but the point is I was jumping around making fun of them, being like, let's go, I finally got a love letter. I open it up, and to rub it in on them, I start reading it out loud, right? And it's something along the lines of, Joel, I think you're an incredibly funny person. I think you're very handsome, and I love you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Huh?
From Mom. And
why was your mom
that,
allowed to send you those in school?
What do you mean? She came in and she thought it'd be really cute because apparently she knew the people working at the school. So she came in and snuck it into my locker.
That is not cool.
And after I read it out loud, my friends started laughing so loudly that everyone in the thin walls of the hall in other classes could hear them laughing at me. So I had to walk back to class with my broken heart love letter from my mom and walk into class with my head hung low while my friends were just still laughing at me. I got set up for failure. My own mother, she did me in.
Honestly, that is actually so embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
It was it was cute. I love my mom. I still think I have that letter somewhere, actually. I keep every letter that's been ever given to me by friends, family, or any so.
Really?
Yes, I'm very emotional. I told you, I have a hard time letting things go. I have every single letter ever. Every fan letter that was ever sent to me, I keep it and I read it sometimes. Same with everything that I've ever gotten from my sibling or my mom. Just because me and my sibling didn't have a really, really good relationship growing up. So anytime they sent me a birthday letter, I would just keep it. And I distinctly remember when my sibling became like a full adult, got married and everything, they sent me a letter for my birthday. And it was like, hey, I'm sorry that I didn't really treat you right growing up. And I know I wasn't really a good sibling. And I kept that letter, and sometimes I read it. And it's what keeps me connected to my family. It keeps me grounded.
Really? I
try really hard to... I grew up not really spending a lot of time with my family. Not my mom, not my brother, not my dad. Because I was born, my mom and dad were divorced as soon as I was born.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They had a good relationship. It's fine. They weren't like bad. I distinctly know they have a good relationship because anytime somebody mentioned divorce growing up, I was like, what's the big deal? Why are you crying? My parents are divorced. I don't get it.
My parents are divorced and they're good friends.
Yeah. Why are you crying? Who cares? It's just a divorce. But obviously to other kids, it was a lot worse. But growing up, I was so in depth into, having my job, bashing my head against a brick wall, doing, content creation. So I never spent time with my family at all. And obviously they never did anything that I liked personally either. So it was kind of a hard time for me to connect to them. So I grew up into this, like idiot savant kind of doing streaming, but not able to like talk to them properly. And now I'm doing my best to actually get into family stuff and actually spend time with my nephews and them.
And spend time with your family?
Yeah. Now I am. Now I try to call my mom and my dad a lot more. And I go out with my brother a lot of the time where we go to like toy stores and we look at the stupid little fucking Gundams and I buy a lot of them.
That is so cute. What the heck?
Making up for lost time that I didn't spend growing up.
I like that. I think that's so sweet of you, Joel.
Little story time before bed.
Joel, speaking of bed, I actually think
you're ready to take a nap?
I might have to call it early.
No, you're
Between
good.
the food and the drinking tonight, y'all, it might be my time to go.
Don't say it like you're fucking passing on. Jesus Christ. Guys, I see the light. I think I have to leave. Mata, no.
I see the light.
Mata,
I see the promise
don't go into the light. No, it's not a promise of safety.
It's there.
It's all a lie by Christianity. Don't go, Mata. It's not worth it.
I promise tomorrow, no more drinking. I drank on the plane and I drank today and I already regret it. But I am like, I don't know if it's also the stress of like being back and everything. But now I'm like, I'm so
tired. You'll feel better after you take a nap. We're happy to have you back. And I'm very proud of you for getting so far into your subathon. It's really nice. It's really nice to think about how I first met you and how like you're doing now, from coming from like maybe a more turbulent area of life to settling down, being MataraKan and having a good time.
I am MataraKan. I've always been MataraKan.
You will always be MataraKan. The roach in my walls, eating my food.
I will always be eating your cucumbers.
Seriously though, I'm actually gonna need like some payment back on that because that was like. Inflation is crazy. I do not have the money to pay for those anymore.
Did I not give you some subs today? And you said I had a big dick. Would you like me to give some more subs?
Fuck!
Did you think my dick wasn't big enough?
No, it's fine. Put your dick away. I don't need this again.
Sure? Are you sure?
Please zip it back up. I don't need another.
I can whip it back up again. Are you sure?
Stop! I don't. Put it away!
Are you sure?
I don't need more of this on stream, okay?
Okay, I'm just saying, okay.
Mata, thanks for coming onto the stream. I'm glad I was able to have you on finally. It was a lovely time.
I had so much fun. I'm sorry I got kind of drunk and tired at the end there.
I expect nothing less from my favorite drunk bug, my favorite alcoholic bug. You're always lovely to have on.
I love you very much. Everybody, please give some love to Joel.
Big love, Mata. Big love, Momos.
I had so much fun.
I hope you have a good rest of the night. I hope you sleep well. And I'm glad that you're enjoying Monster Hunter because, again, this is one of my favorite games, and it's nice to see you playing it.
It's been amazing. Have a good night, okay?
All right. Good night, Mata. Do the roleplay walk off. Don't just disappear.
To the left or to the right?
Wait, I control you. Fuck. Okay. Bye, Mata.
Okay,
bye.
Bye.
She's flaring off. She's flying. She's flying. Oh, my God. There she goes. I'm moving myself. Fuck. No, wait. We're attached. No. Oh no! Oh no!
You touch me. I'm holding on. I'm holding on.
There we go. There she is. She's going away. Bye, Mata.
Bye bye.
There she goes to the great beyond. Chat, remember to buy flowers for her grave. Oh, there she goes. Oh, there's evil Momo. What's he doing over there?
Stop! Don't say that. He's not here. Don't say that.
Mata, watch out! Mata, quick! There's a plane! Mata, no! All right, bye.
Bye.
Welp. There she goes. Forever gone. Hopefully she'll recover. That's a brutal way to go, man. A fucking plane. We finally had a porcelain parlor after so long, chat. Going to the great cockroach in the sky. Finally, dude. It's been so long. We finally broke the curse of having 0 porcelain parlors for the last 3 months from reschedules. It is finally ended. Once again, though, I would like to say, if Giga doesn't come on for the 16th, that means she personally hates me. That means the curse is back on. That means if the next person, the curse is now broken, that means there's no curse anymore. Now, if the next person that I invited on doesn't come on, that means they just personally hate me. That's it. That's it. Record this. If she doesn't come on, she hates me. Oh boy. Not only has it ended, there's Monster Hunter to be done. That's true. All right. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to keep streaming, but for the VOD watchers that are watching this in the future on YouTube and or on Twitch, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys like this porcelain parlor, you can go check out other porcelain parlors to the left of me. I've done a lot of great ones, and it might be called Date Night on YouTube, but technically the real name is Porcelain Parlor. YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Big love to you, and have a good rest of the night. Remember that I appreciate you, and I'm happy that you exist. Go watch my other videos there, and look at all my socials down below. Bye, YouTube, and make sure to go check out MataraKan. I'm a big fan of that roach. Bye, everyone. Bye. Yippee. Cut.